Collinsville is where it's at, so when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, it's Collinsville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a Kahok. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long, I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1, 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the cheapest crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right. Now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm in the back cause everybody rolling with me. K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
All the freshmen, sophomores,
High school champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Kahok Stadium here on the campus of Collinsville High School as we get you ready for a little playoff football action. That's right, I said playoff football action. Collinsville Kahawks hosting a playoff game for only the second time in program history as they get ready to take on the Geneva Vikings. And again, a very good afternoon, everyone. I am Todd Duke. Dr. Chris McCluskey will be along here in just a moment as we welcome you into today's pregame show brought to you by Cafe Agape in Collinsville, home of the Kahok Chicken Sandwich. And since 2012, Cafe Agape in Collinsville has been offering up some of the best home-cooked food in the area. Cafe Agape, give them a call today at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. Well, Collinsville comes into this contest under their first-year head coach, Coach Rhodes. He is 8-1 under his first year, and he will be opposed by the Geneva Vikings, who come in at 5-4 under their first-year head coach, Coach Thorgeson. Collinsville 4-1 at home this year and 4-0 away. Vikings come in. They went 3-2 on their home field this year and 2-2 in the away category. The Kahawks 8-1 record matches the 8-1 regular season of the 1998 team for the best record in program history. That 98 team hosted the only other playoff game here at Collinsville High School up until now, and that was a close loss to East St. Louis in a 20-14 game back in 1998. That was after Collinsville also strung off 8 wins in a row. They lost the final game of the season to Edwardsville, and that gave Edwardsville the Southwestern Conference Championship. And then the very next week, Collinsville ended up losing to East St. Louis. Had a chance to catch up with both coaches of this contest, Geneva Vikings head coach Coach Thorgeson and Collinsville's head coach Coach Rhodes. We'll pass along my conversation with Vikings coach Coach Thorgeson right after a timeout here on the Cafe Agape pregame show on the Kahok Sports Network. Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene with Visionary Wealth Advisors at his new Collinsville office located at 106 North Clinton, or call Brad at 618-467-8420. Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you. And once again, we welcome you back into the Cafe Agape pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network as we get you set for this round number 1 game, Class 7A football playoffs, as the Geneva Vikings, make a trip to Collinsville to take on your Kahawks. And now we visit with the opposing coach, Troy Thorgeson. They call you Boone. So how did you get that nickname?
Yeah, that was a nickname when I was younger. No real cute story other than it kind of stuck. And I grew up in a small town, so anytime things stick when you're younger, you're going to get it forever. So, I grew up with it, and it's kind of unique. It's what makes me me. So that's where that's at.
All right, former All-State quarterback at Canelan High School in Maple Park, Illinois, plus you went on to play quarterback at Northern Illinois. How does all that experience help you out in leading a high school football team?
Well, you had to dig pretty far back to find those stats and those statements there. But, I think being a quarterback is one of the unique positions that you can play in all sports. It's kind of like a point guard in basketball. One of those two go hand in hand. I mean, you're a leader on the team, leader on the field. So it prepares you. That's what guys look up to you on your team if you are that position of both those sports. But my dad also was a head coach, so I kind of grew up in the family. My brother was a coach, so it kind of ran the family, and all those things, prepared us and me to be a head coach here this year.
Yeah, you mentioned your dad, Hall of Fame head coach, 5 seasons as the sophomore head coach under your predecessor, Rob Wazinski. Tell us about your ascension to head coach of the Varsity Vikings.
I've been a head coach, the sophomore head coach for about 4 years. And, Coach Wazinski, you mentioned him. I have a lot of good mentors in my life, and Coach Wazinski is one of them. He's a Hall of Famer as well. And, you mentioned my dad, who was a Hall of Famer. So there's a lot of intel there I can rely on. But, Coach, one thing that he always said, you treat your job as if you're going to be the next head coach, because you never know, you might be. And that always stuck with me from what he said. And, and looking back, that's kind of what I tried to do down at that lower level. And when you're the sophomore coach, that's one of the more important positions in a coaching staff. You're setting the tone for what they're going to be in the varsity team, and setting the tone for habits. So I was very fortunate to be that position and kind of learn from those guys, and him especially.
All right, so now you are the head man of the Vikings 2021 version. Let's talk about this season. Got off to a really good start, man. You won your first 2 non-conference games. You went 2-1 in your first 3 conference games, and you were off to a 4-1 start.
Yeah, we started off really well, and we had our first 2 non-con games, and we played some tough teams. And one thing about us is we're resilient, and I think we had to come back in all 4 of those wins to start the year. So we're resilient. We believe in each other, but when we got to conference, we kind of had a little confidence, and we haven't gone 2-0 in a while at Geneva, and that we got that rolling. It helped us with what we had in store for our conference, because we play in a really, really tough conference, and it goes toe-to-toe with anybody in the state, and we truly believe that it makes us battle-tested come postseason and throughout the year. So we were excited about that, and had a little low there, but we were able to get it done in week 9 when it mattered the most, and I'm proud of the kids for that.
Yeah, talk about that final game, man. You go in there and you're like facing a must-win situation. After you win your first 4 games, you think this is probably going to be, an all right time to go get a playoff game, but then you had to fight for it on that last game. Tell us about that last game.
It's exactly what you said. You win 4 games and you're looking for that 5th win, and sometimes that 5th win's the hardest. And that we had to wait till week 9 to get it. It doesn't matter. Our kids were as happy as can be, and like you said, we fought for it, and we played a really good Lake Park team, and it was a close game like every game we played, and that's something that our kids are finding a way to win, and I think that's huge for high school kids, when you can find a way to win when a game's close, and perform under pressure, and that's exactly what they did. So we're proud of that.
All right, tell us a little bit about your team. Let's start off with the offense. What kind of an offense do you run?
So we try to be as balanced as we can. We have a very senior-led offense, and I got 5 senior linemen. But we go predominantly in the shotgun, and we're going to try to run out of the spread, as you would say. But we have a really nice back in Carter Paulison. He's a senior, and we think the world of him. And he runs hard, and he made it through. Like I said, you make it through our conference as a running back, getting the ball 25 times a game. You're a pretty tough son of a gun, and that's what he is. And we rely on him a lot. And I have a senior quarterback in Alex Porter. Again, I think we ended up being about 55% run, 45% pass. So we try to keep it as balanced as we can. But he's been playing his best ball as of late, and we got a couple senior receivers and actually a couple younger guys stepping up in the outside position. But we try to spread it out, run it, and and if it's open, take the pass when they give it to us. But that's kind of our game plan for the first 9 weeks, and we don't see it changing much. So we are who we are at this point, right?
Defensively,
we switched defenses up this offseason, and we went to a little more of a attacking defense, and we're very opportunistic, and the motto bend don't break, and it was on evidence last week. But I would say our defense is led by our 2 senior linebackers, Blake Stemkowski and Matt Capelt. Very, very good football players, played a lot of football for us. I think our defense is averaging about 15 points a game or so. I can't remember exact, but they've really carried our offense and carried our team, when we've been struggling. And we rely on them really to give us our energy, okay, and always be consistent in what they do. And they have been for the most part this year. And it's a real bright spot of our team, I think, on our defensive side.
All right, final question for you. I know you've had a chance to look at the game tape against the Collinsville Kahawks. What do you think? What's it going to take for you to stop them?
Well, first of all, their running back is a dynamic player, and anytime he touches the ball, he can take it to the house. Quarterback's a heck of a football player too. I know he plays both sides of the ball, but those 2 guys stood out to us at the moment we turned on the film, and they're as good as we've seen. So we're going to really try to get as many guys to the ball as we can, especially when they carry it. Their line's big, they're aggressive, they move well. So it's gonna be a challenge for us. And you know what? Like I told my kids, and I told them here before the game. When you play playoff football, everybody's good. You're gonna take all 22 of us, all 55, how many guys we brought here to win this football game, and we're looking forward to the challenge, and just a great venue. I'm excited. We got playoff weather. It's blustery, it's a little chilly, so it'll be a fun game, and hopefully by the end we can pull it out.
Thanks for the visit, Coach. Good luck out there today.
Thank you, Todd. Appreciate it.
That is Troy Thorgeson, your football coach for the Geneva Vikings. We'll take a break here on the Cafe Agape pregame show. When we come back, a visit with Colton Rhodes, the Collinsville Kahawks head coach. We'll do that in just a moment here on the Kahawk Sports
Agape
Network.
serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahawk sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahawk sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
And we welcome you back into the Cafe Agape pregame show here on the Kahawk Sports Network as we are back at Kahawk Stadium for the second day in a row. And the second day in a row, it's playoffs, but this time it's football. Haven't had a home playoff football game here since 1998. Haven't been in the playoffs since 2010. So we're looking forward to this one. Joining us now is Colton Rhodes, the Collinsville Kahawk head coach. Coach, man, what a ride, what a team, what a season. It's been a blast to cover. Have you had any time at all getting ready for the playoffs to sit back and reflect on the regular season?
Not a whole lot. I mean, I spent a little bit of time doing that last Friday night after it was done, because going 8-1, that's an awesome accomplishment in itself. But right after that, it was on to preparing for these guys, waiting for Saturday night to drop so we figure out who we could play.
Do you, let me rack your brain here for a little bit. Do you have any special moments, special memories from a game or two this year that sticks out in your mind as being really cool?
I mean, we were talking a little bit the other day about some favorite plays. I mean, first one that came to mind was Big A. Aaron got that interception week 1 against Belleville East. That one was pretty awesome. Then we had a bunch of plays there at Mattoon that were long. A couple got called back, but hit a big 80-yard touchdown to Jerry. That was awesome. And then that last week, that big pass play to Jerry at the end of the second half where he broke 6 tackles, that one was pretty memorable as well.
Yeah, we mentioned Jerry Richardson a few times on this broadcasting network throughout the year, and how cool has it been? How special has it been for you and your coaching staff and your players to watch him do what he's done this year?
No, I mean he's a heck of a player. He can do it all. He can run. He can catch it out there. He makes some plays on defense. Heck, he can even throw it a little bit. We haven't done any of that, but we know he can. Seeing him do it in practice, but he's just fun to watch. He's fun to be around. He's a great kid, great student as well. So it's a special kid to have on our team.
Your offense put up a total of 3,537 yards this year. That averages out to 393 yards per game. That's really, really good.
Yeah, no, if you had told me that at the beginning of the year, I would have been ecstatic to hear that. So hearing it now, especially watching us go to work, 393 yards a game, that's pretty much all you can ask for. There weren't too many teams in front of us in the state of Illinois, I know that. So that's tough to stop. That's going to give some opposing defenses a lot to think about.
One of the things that helps is your distribution of plays. You're not one-dimensional, and that helps keep other teams on their toes. 25 rushing touchdowns this year, 21 passing touchdowns. Nice, even flow.
Yeah, we want to be able to attack the field kind of like however the defense wants to defend us, because it's pretty tough to stop both the pass and the run. Otherwise, you're going to leave some guys outside and on one-on-one coverage, and we like to think our receivers can make plays out there, and they've shown that so far this year. So our goal is to be a balanced offense and make the defense has to cover everybody.
Colby Anderson, he's had an outstanding year as well, man. Having to start as a freshman because of the injuries to the starting quarterbacks throughout the years, that's matured him way beyond his years, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, what a turnaround. I mean, obviously had a rough freshman year. He wasn't ready, but his name got called, so he had to go. And then, I mean, last spring, that was 6 months ago, his sophomore season, and I mean, he would be the first one to tell you that he wasn't great. Like, I mean, he made some plays, he made some bad plays, but to turn around from the spring to the fall and become a much better quarterback so far this fall, it's been great to see, and it's been great for him.
And you get him back for a senior season, man.
Yeah, no, can't wait to have that back. That's very nice to have basically a 4-year starter coming back at quarterback to help me out next year and help me be some eyes on the field as well.
All right, defense has been outstanding as well this year, man. You're giving up just a touch over 2 touchdowns a game, and that is a recipe for success.
Yeah, our defense is tough. I mean, we try and balance it out. We'll mix it up, put 4 down linemen down. Most of the time we'll do 3, but we'll mix it up and put 4 down, try and confuse the offense a little bit, change their game plan up. So our defense has been lights out this year. They had 2 shutouts. It's been a long time since we had 1. We had 2 this year, and then there's not much else I can say but positive affirmation for that defense and what they've done to help our offense be able to succeed the way they have.
Let's talk special teams for a moment. I think it would be safe to say that the kicking game, I'd probably give the team a C+, somewhere around a C grade, and the return game, definitely an A. We had some great returns. Some of them got called back, but your thoughts on the special teams?
Yeah, return game has been pretty well. We've had a couple holdings that have really killed some of our returns, but if we can keep those to a minimum, and then either way, people should be scared to kick it deep, that's for sure, against us. And then kicking game, we've made some bad kicks. We've missed some blocks. We've had, kids that got injured that were on the field goal unit, so we have to put in a sub, and that sub maybe doesn't exactly know their role on it. So it's been tough. I'm hoping this week we've kind of nixed all the mistakes on our field goal team. We're not going to let people up through the middle as the goal anymore. It's always been the goal, but hopefully we fix that this week through practice. We had an extra day, so that helped. But yeah, I'm hoping our kicking game can get back on track this week, because at the start of the season it was really strong and then kind of fizzled there towards the end.
You guys tag teaming it now with Chai and Ogle?
We've been mixing it up at practice, trying to see who's got the hot foot each day. Kind of switches. Like Ogle's got a really strong leg, but so does Chai. So it just kind of mixes up. But we'll probably roll Chai today unless we see something else that makes us want to go to Ogle.
All right, got the Geneva Vikings coming in town today on your turf. What do you know about them? How do you stop them?
5-4, but they're a tough team. They play in a tough conference. All of their games this season were close, whether they won them or lost them. So they're going to be a really tough team. I mean, obviously they're from up north. There's a ton of powerhouses in 7A up north, so they're going to come down here and be ready to go. I know they had a long drive, but they like to run the football. They're about 70-30 run pass. So if we can slow down the run, have our linebackers read their keys, watch their guards, I think we'll have a good time slowing them down from our defensive side. Offensively, their defense kind of mixes it up like us. They try and make you think about what they're going to give you every single play to mix up your play calls. But I think we're going to be able to move the ball, and then we've got a pretty good running back that we're going to get the ball to. So no matter what you do back there, it's tough to stop.
I'd say. All right, good luck. Go get them, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That is Colton Rhodes, your Collinsville Kahok head football coach. We'll take a break here on the Cafe Agape pregame show, and when we come back, we will set some starters for you. More names, more numbers, all that and more coming up on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you. Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Extreme Details, owned and operated by former Kahok Jay Merkel. Jay and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or an RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, and they vacuum every vehicle regardless of what package you choose. Cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 977-1224 or visit Extreme Details at 936 St. Louis Road in Collinsville. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details. Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape. Check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
And once again, welcome back to Kahok Stadium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. I am Todd Duke. Glad that you're with us here on a Saturday afternoon for a little playoff football action. Dr. Chris McCluskey on the other microphone. How you doing, sir?
Great, Todd. Thanks for having me. I woke up like a kid on Christmas this morning, sir.
I'm telling you what, man. All right, so you had a chance to listen to some of the pregame comments. What'd you think?
Man, I tell you what, impressed with this Geneva squad, man. The sheer numbers, sounds like their head coach comes from a long line of seasoned IHSA football coaches, and looks like they're a disciplined, talented squad. Looking to see what our Kahawks have for them here at Kahok Stadium today.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one here. Collinsville comes in at 8-1. Geneva comes in at 5-4. And earlier they had the coin toss, and Geneva won that toss. They deferred, so Collinsville will get the ball first to start this first half off, and that means the Vikings, of course, will get it to start the second half. And, you know, that's kind of one of those things that has gone a little bit differently in the last few years. Normally, everybody wants to win the coin toss, wants to get the reception, and start the game on offense. But here lately, it's been, no, we'll defer. You guys start, and we'll get it back to start the second half after we make our adjustments.
It's very common, I'll tell you. I mean, that's become a trend in high school football, even at the collegiate and pro level. But, you know, look, the sun just popped out today. And paired, and stay tuned for the Jerry Richardson show today, Todd.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Jerry Richardson comes in here. He owns the best overall single-season rushing record in Kahawk history, 1,322 yards. And we're looking for him to pile onto that because this counts in that year, man. So he's going to keep on running it up.
Well, Collinsville knows their playmakers, right? Colby Anderson. We've got Travion Swaggart at wide receiver. Darren Pinnell.
Go ahead.
Certainly contributed to the offense, and Jerry Richardson, our sole tailback, is the playmaker for Collinsville. So look for Geneva to be keying on Jerry, but our big offensive linemen, man, we've got several upperclassmen down there, some 300-pounders. They need to have a game to pave the way for Jerry Richardson. Maybe we can seal some linebackers and watch Jerry add on to his yard total for the season.
Here are your starters for Collinsville. They will be on offense first. Colby Anderson will be back at quarterback, 5'10", 185-pound junior. Colby needs one more yard to move into third place all-time in passing yards in Kahawk history, so we'll look at him moving up the charts. He'll be handing that ball off as we touch to Jerry Richardson. Richardson, 5'10", 169-pound junior. And then you have your four wide receiver set. On the outside, you'll find Travion Swaggart, the senior, 6'1", 180 pounds. Darren Pinnell, usually right next to him in some instances. He's a sophomore, Pinnell is, 6', 160 pounds. Ryan McIntyre, 5'8", 145-pound sophomore. And Jeremiah Mosby, the 6'2", 195-pound senior. And talking about that line, man, that offensive line, left tackle, Kevin Mesa. There's your big boy, 6'3", 355 pounds. On the other tackle, the right tackle, Aaron Phillips, 6'3", 326 pounds. So you bookend that offensive line with a couple of guys over 300 pounds. Max Link, he's the left guard, 5'11", 205. He's a junior. Dalton Hersey, 5'11", 240-pound junior. And your center is Javier Oseguera, a 6', 300-pound junior. What are you trying to do here? Take him out? Well, okay, hold on.
Let's go.
Got it.
There we go. We need a clear view, Todd.
I hear you. I'm going to take out the windows in the press box. I'm trying to warm up the press box all day. It's been kind of cold, nasty. Been about 52, 53 degrees for the last couple of days.
We brought our space heaters today,
we got our
right?
space heaters, and we are ready to go. Kicking off is Geneva to Collinsville. Collinsville playing in the unfamiliar north end zone, and that's a short kick. It's going to be taken by Pinnell at the 25-yard line. Pinnell gets rid of one tackler but can't get out of the grasp of the final tackler, and that was taken care of by John Ruth, the 5'10", 160-pound sophomore. And Collinsville will start First and 10 from their own 28-yard line.
Yeah, they're going to place the ball at the 29. So they gave us a little bit of a cushion here. Colby Anderson walks out confidently with his pink socks on here for October. And the call is back to you, Todd, for Collinsville's first home playoff play here on Saturday afternoon.
Not since 1998, 23 years ago. Here is Anderson. He's in shotgun. He has his running back, Jerry Richardson, over his right-hand shoulder. 3 wide receivers on the far, 1 on the near. The handoff goes up the middle to Richardson. Richardson gets some positive yardage across the 30-yard line, brought down at the 34.
Yeah, I like the run right up the middle. Mr. Mosby, number 8, the wide receiver, made a good block on the cornerback for Geneva. He was upset with it. But at any rate, Collinsville gets good positive yardage on the first down. We're left with a second and a short 6.
Just underway here in this first quarter, 11.5 to go in it. And Richardson now over to the left-hand shoulder of Anderson, and the snap is going to be kept by Anderson. He takes a little jaunt to the right. He has a first down, and he'll be gang tackled there and finally brought down at about the 45-yard line.
Yeah, Geneva's signaling that they got the football, but I don't believe that's the case.
I don't know how they would. I never saw it come out.
I mean,
Anderson just threw it back to the referee.
It took 10 of them to tackle him, and they were signaling that they had the ball. But at any rate, Collinsville runs 2 down plays. They get a first down. They're going to have first down at their own 45-yard line.
Colby Anderson on the year comes in with 78 completions out of 139 attempts. 1,385 yards, 21 touchdowns, and only 4 interceptions. Quarterback rating of 125.5.
Oh, baby.
Here's a snap, and the handoff goes to Richardson. He's got more room, and he'll get about half of what he needs for the next first down, or close to it. We'll give him about 3.5 to 4 on the run, and it'll be a second down and about 6 to go for the first.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Well, the side judge had it at 3.5 yards, but the back judge is going to place it at the 3-yard gain line, so it'll be 2nd and 7 for the Kahawks here on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. The sun just popped out. Great student section. Stands are filled. Geneva brought a great crowd.
Sure did.
It's great to see. And let's see what the Kahawks can do on 2nd and 7.
McIntyre and Mosby line up on this side. Pinnell and Swaggart on the other side. Man in motion, but the handoff again goes to Richardson, and Richardson takes a bunch of tacklers with him, and he'll get about 3 more yards on that play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 3.
Man, Coach Colton Wright is not messing around. He's just going to run straight up the gut until Geneva, demonstrates that they can stop us. If we can get 3 to 4 yards of play, no problem, right? We'll just march down the field, and here we go.
That's right. Richardson on the year, 149 rushes, 1,322 yards, 14 touchdowns, averages 8.9 yards per carry does Richardson on the year. Throwing his 366 receiving yards, 1,688 all-purpose yards on the year for the Collinsville running back. Here's the snap, and Anderson's going to keep this one, tries around the right side, and he runs out of room about a yard short of the first down. That's going to bring up a 4th down and short for Collinsville.
Man, yeah, we kind of set up a set like we were going to throw a slant, and then Colby Anderson kept the ball. Boy, they marked him way short,
sure
Todd.
Wow, I thought he was going to be about a yard short. Ends up being about 2.5.
I bet you Colton Rhodes goes for this. I don't know if I like the
sure
call, but
yeah.
I think he will.
Collinsville has yet to throw the ball, but they've done that pretty evenly this year with the runs and the passes, so wouldn't be surprised if this is the first time. 2 wide receivers on either side of the formation, and a jump offside.
Oh, yes, sir!
We have done that a bunch this year.
Number 2, Mason Luker, the 6'1", 200-pound junior out of Geneva, jumps off sides, and he just put his head down. I thought, oh, my goodness. But, hey, that's just what the Kahawks ordered. We're going to get ourselves a fresh 1st and 10.
Well, the Illinois High School Association isn't just about sports. The IHSA is proud to be one of few state high school associations in the country to also offer activities, including bass fishing, chess, debate, drama, speech, music, and the Scholastic Bowl. The IHSA wants to create participation opportunities for all students. More information can be found at ihsa.org. Anderson back to pass for the first time down the middle, and that's almost picked off. It was a lot closer to the defensive back than it was to Travion Swaggart. Nice coverage there by Mason Puelko, the 6'3", 195-pound senior defensive back for the Vikings.
Well, I tell you what, he's going to shake his head on that one. Travion Swaggart was honestly open. The defensive back was actually missed a step or two, but the ball hit him in the hands. That really should have been an interception by the Geneva defensive back.
Swaggart on the year, by the way, 21 catches, 510 yards, 9 touchdowns. And every time he catches the ball, he averages just about 25 yards. There's a snap. Anderson rolls out, cuts back up the middle, and he's got some room, and he gets spun around and finally gets taken down at the Vikings' 36-yard line.
Yep, I'll always call it another good sportsmanship moment. Number 6, Jackson Reyes from Geneva and Colby Anderson exchanged pleasantries after that play. They pat each other on the back. Man, you really love to see that out of these high school athletes.
Collinsville spreading out the formation once again. Swaggart and Pinnell over on the far side. Mosby and McIntyre on this side. And Collinsville enters a snap, and Anderson's back to pass, and he's got his receiver.
Let's go!
Mosby gets out of one tackle and another, and inside the red zone, the Collinsville Kahawks have the ball, first down.
Yeah, big J-Mo, the transfer out of O'Fallon, runs a little wide receiver screen. That's good for a first down. I think you're going to see J-Mo running cornerback on defense for the first time this season today as well, Todd.
Yes, you are. I already got the defensive starters, and you are correct, sir. So Collinsville in the red zone, have the ball inside the 20-yard line at the 19. Fresh set of downs for the Kahawks as they break huddle again. Pinnell and Swaggart on the far side. McIntyre and Mosby on this side. Richardson, the lone setback. He gets the ball, goes up the middle, cuts out to the right-hand side, and a good tackle in the backfield there by big number 42, Blake Stemkowski, the 5'11", 185-pound senior for Geneva.
Man, Nate, nice tackle for Blake Stemkowski. I'm telling you, Jerry Richardson was about to break that. Stemkowski chased him down from the backside, wrapped him up, and great play by number 42, Stemkowski out of Geneva.
So no gain on the play. Collinsville looking at a second down and 10 from the 19-yard line of the Vikings. Richardson stands over the left-hand shoulder. Pinnell comes in motion. Here's the snap. Anderson back to pass. Rolls out to his left. Throws the ball. Has a man open. And number 88, Ryan McIntyre with his 4th catch of the year. And that one is good for another Kahawk first down.
Yeah, that's a new play in the playbook, Todd. We haven't seen that one yet this year. I mean, you know, you're used to looking at Swaggart and Mosby and Pinnell, and all of a sudden McIntyre comes out on an out pattern, and that's good for a first down for Collinsville.
Kahawks, their only second home playoff game in their history. They have only been in playoffs 3 times before this and are looking for their first ever postseason win. Can they do it here today? 6:45 left to play here in the first. Here's the snap, and Anderson back to pass. Looks, throws it down the middle, in the end zone, touchdown, Pinnell.
Sophomore Darren Pinnell on the slant pass. Good for a touchdown for the Collinsville Kahawks on their first possession. Touchdown, Collinsville.
Aaron Pinnell hauls in his 7th touchdown pass of the year, and the Kahawks up 6-0 as we await the extra point from none other than Andrew Chai.
Yeah, the junior Andrew Chai is shown to have a great leg. Pinnell's going to hold.
There's a snap, ball down, kick is on the way, and the kick is good. 7-0, Collinsville with the early lead, and Geneva will have their hands on the ball for the first time here in this game when we come back on the Kahawk
The Junior
Sports
Service
Network.
Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Once again, welcome back to Kahawk Stadium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. I'm Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey alongside as well. Collinsville marches down the field on their first possession, puts up 7 on a 7-yard touchdown pass from Colby Anderson to Darren Pinnell. And now we'll get our first look at the Geneva Vikings as Andrew Chai kicks the ball off. A little low than usual, and deep to the 15-yard line is picked up there by Puelko. Puelko, he's got some room. He's on the sideline in front of his own bench, and finally runs into Andrew Chai just as he was being chased down by Travion Swaggart.
Yeah, Collinsville's made a habit of kicking the ball off those little short chip shots, and today they let Andrew just go ahead and let it rip. And he ended up having to make the tackle to save a touchdown.
He sure did. That was a nice run back
It
there
was.
by Mason Puelko, the 6'3", 195-pound senior who we will see here on offense as a wide receiver. Geneva led by their quarterback, senior Alex Porter, 91 for 162 this year, 996 yards, 10 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. Here is the handoff. Goes to the feature back. That is Carter Powelson. Powelson, he has ran the ball 186 times this year for 799 yards and 5 touchdowns, and he picks up a yard on his first carry.
Yeah, brought down by number 12, Ethan Bagwell, the stud sophomore, 6'2", 230-pounder. And he was out of the game last week. Glad to see him back here. Looks like we do have Ryan McIntyre at cornerback. Mosby, I guess, is going to wait his turn.
Yes, he is. Well, might shuffle him in there and shuffle him out of there maybe. There's another handoff, and this one is going to go for a couple of more yards, but not much more, as Powelson gets taken down after he picked up 2. So 3rd down and 7. First 2 plays have netted 3 yards.
Yeah, sophomore Isaiah Norton.
Oh, flag on the play late. Everybody was going back to the
boy.
huddle.
Sophomore Isaiah Norton's top 10 or 12 in the state in tackles as a sophomore. And he broke that play up for the Collinsville defense. We'll see what, maybe no flag?
That was a sideline warning to Geneva.
Okay.
So the first flag they'll throw, they'll give you a warning. The next one, they'll cost you 5 yards.
Well, let me tell you, Geneva has like 3 football teams
I
worth
know.
of players
They have
over
like
there.
300 guys over
It's
there, don't they?
impressive, man. Gosh,
It is.
that's the first thing I saw when I got here. I'm like, man, these guys love football. That's
Yeah.
great.
Geneva, about 35 miles straight west of downtown Chicago.
Big 3rd down play, Todd.
Sure is. 3rd down and 7. Back to pass is Porter. He looks, he throws, and he overthrows his intended receiver. And getting just a fingertip on it was Talon Taylor, the 5'10", 145-pound freshman wide receiver.
Holy cow. What a physical specimen that young man is.
Well, you weren't kidding.
So they're probably in 4th down territory, right?
Yeah, they are. Looks like they're going to go for it.
Long 4th down.
4th and 8 to go for a first down. They need to get it up to the 25-yard line. Right now the ball sits on the 33.
Collinsville bleachers are rumbling on a big 4th down.
See if we can get a big 4th down stop here after that big run back. Here is Porter back to pass. Looks, throws, and it's no good. That was intended for Tyler Costello, and with him all the way was Darren Pinnell. And a turnover on downs will give Collinsville the ball back after that huge run back that put the Vikings in very impressive territory.
Was a nice run back. Sophomore Darren Pinnell, who just scored the touchdown for the Kahawks, step by step with the Geneva receiver, and he was not having any part of that. He knocks the ball down, throws his hands up. Collinsville's crowd goes crazy. 1st and 10, Collinsville from their own 33-yard line.
I tell you what, it is really nice to see the sunshine.
Oh, man, it's
Couple
beautiful.
of days of
Came out just in time, huh?
Oh, it just sure did.
I mean, it was cloudy all day. All of
Yep.
a sudden, kickoff, sunshine. Let's go.
Empty backfield. Colby Anderson in shotgun. Here's the snap, and he's going to keep it himself and run up the middle. Bounces off the right side, and he has enough room for a first down. Anderson on the year. Yep, well, you can watch him run 90 times on the year for 563 yards, 7 touchdowns, and he averages 6 yards every time he carries it.
It's incredible, man. When he gets those legs pumping, he's a warrior. My good buddy of mine, Chris Madura, says that Colby Anderson, he runs the ball, he gets smoked, he looks like he's not getting up, and he does every time. I don't think I've seen him come out of the game yet this year.
4:45 left to play here in this first quarter. 2 wide receivers set on either side of the formation. Here is the backside pass behind the line of scrimmage to Jerry Richardson, and Richardson will not get back up to the line of scrimmage. Let's not use that play again.
No, that was great pursuit by Geneva's defense, actually. I mean, their outside backers, their cornerbacks stayed home. They actually had their inside backers out in pursuit, and it's tough to bring Jerry Richardson down, in space, and they sure did it.
4:15 left to play here in this first quarter. A 7-yard touchdown pass from Anderson to Pinnell is the only score thus far. Collinsville leads 7-0. Swaggart and Pinnell line up over on the far side with Pinnell in the slot. 2 more wide receivers over here, McIntyre and Mosby. Here's the snap. Anderson packed the pass, throws it over the head of the intended receiver, Mosby. That one ends up going out of bounds at the end of the Kahok bench, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 11 here for the Kahawks.
An uncatchable ball, kind of a busted play. But I'll tell you what, I would imagine with, let's see, they have 3rd down. There we go. 3rd and long. You might even see Collinsville take a shot here out to Travion Swaggart.
Swaggart is going to line up as the wide receiver on the far side of the field. Far side sideline, and here's the snap. Anderson is going to run it, and he's got some room. He's still chugging, and he is going to be real close to a 1st down. Looks like they're going to mark him about a yard short. So it'll bring up a 4th and 1, and Collinsville will go for it from here.
Absolutely. I love that play call. It's safe.
Kobe's looking for a face mask call. He went up to the referee and tugged on his own mask. He's like, where was that call?
Yeah, well, it's good to have, if it actually happened, it's good to let the referees know. That way they can be looking out for it.
Oh, we have a holding call against Collinsville. What's up with that?
Late call.
Well, the flag was over here where we couldn't see it because all the Kahawks are standing on the sideline and we couldn't see the flag. So it's going to be a redo on the down, but it's going to be a 3rd down and 16 call now for Collinsville instead of a 4th and 1.
You know what? Normally I would be frustrated with that, but I would almost rather have 2 downs to get 16 yards than 1 down to get 1 yard with the electric offense that Collinsville boasts.
We only lost a yard on that play.
So now, it's only 3rd and 12.
Because the holding it gets tacked on at the end of the play.
Honestly, I would almost, right.
All right, 3rd and 12, and 3 wide receivers on the far side. Empty backfield as Richardson lines up as a wide receiver.
Swaggart.
Here is a quarterback sack.
Oh, no.
As Anderson had trouble getting out of the backfield, and he had to scramble, and he was moving those feet about 50 miles an hour, but was going nowhere. And the quarterback sack by Mason Luker, the 200-pound defensive lineman for the Vikings.
Yeah, it's actually just what Geneva needed after a penalty. Collinsville certainly not going to go for it on this 4th down, so you're going to see junior Ethan Bagwell back to punt the ball away for Collinsville.
Mason Puelko stands back at his own 30-yard line waiting for this punt. It's offline, but Bagwell gets it, and it's a wobbly punt that's going to roll right to Puelko. He'll pick it up at the 30, cuts across the 35 to the 40, and he's finally brought down. And a loose ball on the ground. And it looks like the Vikings may have got it back.
Yeah, I think that'll be a Geneva football on their own 43-yard line maybe. And we'll have another look at the Geneva offense and the Kahok defense.
Well, the Geneva offense stalled after getting a great run back on the ensuing kickoff after the Collinsville touchdown, and then their drive stalled there, 4 and out. And Collinsville got the ball back, but the Kahawks just went on a 3 and out. Here's a handoff.
Well, that should have been a false start, Todd.
Yeah, going to go up to the line of scrimmage, passed it about 4 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd down and 6 for Geneva.
That should have been an illegal motion or a false start, one of the two. Those guys were not set before they ran that play.
Powelson ran the ball again. Yes, he is the featured running back. We'll see if they swap them out. They got a bunch of guys with rushing stats and a lot of guys with receiving stats. No wide receivers on the far. Man comes into motion, and back to pass is Porter. Rolls out to his right, throws, has a man open, and that man catches the ball, races up the sideline, and Colby Anderson saves a touchdown as he took the feet out of Marco Dalio, the tight end who stands at 6'1", 175 pounds.
Great play by junior Colby Anderson. He saved a touchdown. It was a nice ball by the Geneva quarterback, number 14, Alex Porter. And nice run and catch by the receiver. Anderson saves the day. All of a sudden, Geneva's threatening in Collinsville territory.
1st down and 10 from the Kahok 22-yard line. Here's the snap. Taylor pitches it back to Powelson. Powelson, he tries that left side, make that throw. Yeah, then he gets out of a couple of tackles up the sideline until he's finally bumped out of bounds by Jerry Richardson inside the 5.
Man, he broke 2 tackles. Colby Anderson and I believe Damian Swaggart missed tackles on that play, and Jerry Richardson saved the day. So all of a sudden, Geneva's knocking at Collinsville's door down on the south end of the end zone, or the south end of the football field, and we will see if Collinsville can come up with a big goal line stand.
They move the ball out to the 6-yard line, so it'll be first and goal there for Geneva. 2:13 left to play here in this first quarter. Collinsville leads 7-0. 2 wide receivers fly out here on this near side. Tyler Tussel is over here on the near side sideline. The handoff is going to be into the end zone, and a little misdirection play there, and no one saw Nate Stemkowski come around and get that ball, and he went in for an easy touchdown.
Yes, sir. He went in untouched, misdirection. Our linebackers were fooled, and that will give Geneva 6 points here with 2 minutes left in the first quarter. We'll see what they decide to do on the PAT try.
2:08 left to play here in this first quarter. Right now 7-6, and Geneva looks like they are going to kick it. And they bring out their kicker. And that is J.T. Frieders, the junior. Here's the snap. Ball placed down. Kick is on the way, and the kick is good, and we are tied 7-7. Collinsville, they'll get the ball back after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Construction in Maryville. Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call at 618-407-5466, online at pacedesignconstruct.com, or on Facebook at Pace Construction Design.
Once again, welcome you back to Kahok Stadium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. 7-7 contest as both teams have scored 1 touchdown here in this first quarter. Collinsville getting ready to receive another kickoff here from J.T. Frieders. And back deep, Trevion Swaggart and Jerry Richardson. This time they're going to punt the ball up close, and it's taken there by Collinsville's Isaiah Gordon. Gordon runs it up toward the 40-yard line, finally gets taken down at about the 39, and Collinsville will have decent starting field position.
Yeah, great field position by Collinsville. Sophomore Isaiah Gordon shows nice hands and no fear on going ahead and trying to run that ball back. So
they might want to start bringing Swaggart and Jerry Richardson up to that point and leave the other guys back deep. What do you think?
We've said it all year.
I know.
You know what I mean? It only makes sense, right?
Right. Heart's kind of heavy up here in Kahok land today. We found out earlier that one of our sponsors, Mike Ogle, lost his father last night. Colin Ogle, his son, plays on this team, is one of the kickers between him and Andrew Chai. And our hearts go out to the Ogle family. He was a sponsor for us when they owned Cullip Jennings Florist, and now a great sponsor with Ogle Auctions.
Yeah, Mike always been a great Collinsville Kahawk sports supporter, and love and prayers go out to them and their family.
Here's Richardson. He gets ripped up at the line of scrimmage. They bring him forward for about 1, and it'll be a 2nd down and 9 after that run. And Richardson not having as much luck today as he normally has thus far.
No, you know Geneva as well, Coach. They're keying on Richardson. I mean, they've got at least 2 defenders keying on him every time. We're going to have to go with some misdirection, or I'm really looking for that run, that option, that skinny option.
I like that too.
You know what I mean? That we run. That way you make them kind of second guess. Maybe look for Trevion Swaggart up the sideline on a go route here. Looking for a big play out of Collinsville.
80 seconds left to play here in this first quarter. Here is a keeper by Anderson. Anderson runs it up the middle, and he's got very close to a first down. I believe he has it.
They should spot it for a first down, Todd. And I'll tell you what, I mean, if nothing else is doing, and, you know, Mr. Anderson can just run the football, why not keep it in his hands?
They had big Isaiah Norton in the backfield that time. Norton, 5'10", 185-pound running back. He's ran the ball 12 times on the year, as they will throw him in there every once in a while and swing Richardson out as a slot receiver, which it looks like they're going to do now as Richardson lines up over here next to Mosby. Here's a snap, another keeper by Anderson, and Anderson runs across the line of scrimmage, and this time he does have the first down.
Yeah, and I like the way Coach Colton Rhodes is kind of mixing up the looks. You know, obviously there's been a lot of film throughout the year, right? Everybody knows what works for each team. And Coach Colton Rhodes, the first-year coach, showing some veteran prowess by mixing up the looks against Geneva. Here comes Richardson out on a wing again, or a slot, for Collinsville.
Probably the final play of the first quarter. Here's the snap, and the handoff is going to go up the middle, and there is Isaiah Norton, and Norton picks up about 4 yards on his first carry of the game. And that'll bring up a second down and about 7 to go for a first down. And again, that'll do it. First quarter is in the books. We'll take a break. Second quarter action comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
Back at Kahok Stadium, Anderson goes back to pass, looks down the middle and throws, and a little bit in front of the intended receiver, Jeremiah Mosby, and Anderson was under pressure again. He got rid of that ball before he actually wanted to. That's going to bring up a third down and about 7 to go. Just underway here in quarter number 2. We're tied at 7. Collinsville scored first. Geneva answered just a series later, and we are tied 7-7.
Yeah, pretty evenly matched football game here so far, Todd. Looks like a couple of my daughter gives me her jacket through the window.
Sure. Here you go, Dad.
Right.
There's a Anderson keeper again, and Anderson just runs it up the middle a little bit off left tackle and picks up about 2 more yards. It's going to bring up a fourth down and about 3 to go here for Collinsville, or a long 4, short 4, long 3.
Boy, this could be a pivotal play. I mean, you know Collinsville's going to go for it. And Coach Colton Rhodes signals in the offensive play. My goodness, I mean, at the 42-yard line of Geneva, you don't get this fourth down. All of a sudden, you give Geneva good field position, so let's go Kahawks.
I would imagine you're going to see a hard count first to see if we can draw them offside. Nope, we're going to take a snap right away, and the ball's thrown into Richardson's hands.
Jerry Richardson,
and he's
let's
got
go!
some speed, and he gets taken down inside the 10-yard line on a touchdown-saving tackle by Tyler Costello.
Well, there it is. We've been lining Jerry Richardson out up on the slot, which is a new look this year. Haven't given him the ball. All of a sudden, we run him on a little slant go pattern. Colby Anderson delivers a great ball. First down, Collinsville.
That's right. Move those chains and get closer. We're in the red zone now. Ball gets spotted down at the 13-yard line. Fresh set of downs here for the Collinsville Kahawks.
Look for the Colby Anderson, Jerry Richardson show at this point.
Come on.
Here goes Jerry.
There you go.
Here goes Jerry.
Yeah, he gets up inside the 10. Off right tackle. And now you're going to see
Jerry's limping a little bit.
Isaiah Norton come back in as Richardson will head to the sideline for a moment.
Tweaked his ankle a little bit here. Man, to get that tape out.
He'll come over and make a beeline for Amanda Bauer, one of the outstanding athletic trainers here at Collinsville High School. So second down and 4 to go. Collinsville can get a first down inside the 5-yard line at about the 3. And as they bring in Isaiah Norton, he stands over the right-hand shoulder of Richardson. 3 wide receivers on the far, 1 on the near. It's a keeper by Anderson. He's got room. Touchdown!
Touchdown! Junior Colby Anderson for the Collinsville Kahawks on the south side of the field. That's going to put Collinsville up 13-7. And we're going to see junior Andrew Chai come out for the point after attempt.
Kahawks retake the lead. Darren Pinnell comes in to be the holder, and Andrew Chai marks off his steps. He's ready to go. Here's a snap, ball placed down, kick is on the way, and the kick is good. So 14-7, 10 minutes left here in this second quarter, and Collinsville retakes the lead. We take a timeout. We'll be back in just a moment here on the Kahok
Hi, Purple
Sports
and White
Network.
fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
I'd like to see Andrew put a couple of these kicks in the end zone. Once again, we welcome you back to Kahawk Stadium here at Collinsville High School. Andrew Chai ready to kick off another one after Collinsville scores their second touchdown of this game, and the Kahawks lead 14-7.
Yeah, long, pretty good run back last kickoff. You might see a chip shot by Andrew Chai on this kickoff attempt. We'll see what happens. Yes,
Chai
sir.
boots it small, boots it short, goes over everybody's head and lands into the arms of Jackson Reyes. Reyes tries to skirt to his east, and there is no room there, and he didn't get north and south very far.
Yeah, I like that call by Coach Coach Rhodes. I mean, Andrew Chai did a great job. The ball had plenty of air under it, but it ended up short, and by the time the receiver caught the ball, there was a host of Kahawk defenders there ready to take him down.
Yeah, ball stayed up in the air long enough for everyone to penetrate downfield, and the one thing I noticed, they did not intentionally kick the ball to Mason Powelko. They did intentionally kick it to Jackson Reyes.
That's absolute. I mean, again, great coaching by first-year coach Colton Wright. Here comes the Collinsville Kahawk defense. Let's go.
There's the handoff, and it goes up the middle to Powelson, and Powelson got met as soon as he crossed the line of scrimmage, but still powered himself forward for a gain of 2 on the play.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, big senior Damian Swaggart filled in the gap from the linebacker position and put the stop to the Geneva offensive running back, so that'll bring up a second and what looks like a long 8 against the Kahawk defense.
9:20 left to play here in this second quarter. Collinsville back on top, 14-7. Wide receiver Costello lines up on the far side. 2 stacked up over here on the near side. 1 lone running back, and that's a fake to him, and a flag on the play. Throw goes over onto the sideline where they find Costello. He's got enough for a first down, but that's going to come back for a holding call, I believe.
Man, I hope so. That was a nice pass by the Geneva quarterback over the head of our second level. Man, what a nice offensive play. But as a Kahawk fan, I'm not going to be upset if they bring that back for a hold.
Referees talk about it here right underneath our location. We'll get the sign from the head referee. Ineligible man downfield. So no holding call, but it's still going to be brought back on a penalty.
Man, oh man, Collinsville's defense has got to maximize or capitalize on that mistake by the Geneva offense. I'm guessing one of their tackles made it downfield, which is hard to believe because the play developed pretty quickly.
Sure did. So the penalty stops the clock with 9:03 left to play here in this second quarter. This place is packed. It'd be even more packed if the band was here, because the band would be here and the band parents would be here too.
Yeah, I know.
They're all busy.
I guess they have a competition this afternoon, and that's unfortunate. I was looking forward to seeing them today.
Yeah, it means I got to scramble and find something to do at halftime. So we're going to bring the athletic director, Clay Smith, up here and talk to him. We haven't talked to him all year on the air, so we're going to do that here at halftime of this game. Here's a pass,
screen.
Right, yep, screen on the far side, and scrambling over onto the far sideline was Tyre Tussel, the 6'1", 175-pound senior wide receiver, and it's a modest gain
Yeah, junior Colby Anderson came up and filled from the safety spot really nicely and knocked the receiver out of bounds. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 5 from Geneva. And you'd think if you stop them here, you're probably going to force a punt. So this is a pretty big play. Let's hear it, Kahok fans. Let's get these bleachers rumbling.
3rd down and about 5 to go. Ball on the Geneva 35-yard line. Porter in shotgun. Here's the snap. Porter back to pass. Throws on the far sideline, and I don't know who got confused on the play. Was it Porter or the wide receiver Costello? Because that ball wasn't anywhere near Costello.
Definitely miscommunication. I tell you what, number 28 for Collinsville, Mr. Mondre Kroom, almost got his hands on that ball. That would have been a pick 6. But at any rate, you're right. That ball, there was miscommunication. 4th down, you're going to see a punt out of Geneva.
And Darren Pinnell stands deep instead of Jerry Richardson.
Let's not jump.
Yep.
Let's not jump.
Here's the snap. Kind of a funky snap. Ball goes right toward the sideline and out of bounds. And that's going to be good starting field position for Collinsville. They should have it around their own 45.
I was going to say they should mark that at the 45-yard line. It looks like they're going to mark it at the 40. What?
Well, you're not going to
wait a minute,
man. Come on, dude. That ball
at the 40?
Yeah, that ball went over
that
ball went over that bench over there.
Oh my!
Which means it went out of the field of play way before that. So I don't know. We're not going to complain about 5 yards, but anyway, instead of the 45, it's the 40. Collinsville will have the ball 1st and 10 from there. 8 minutes, 11 seconds left to play here in this second quarter. Collinsville leads 14-7 as Colby Anderson brings his team back out, and Jerry Richardson is being worked on over here on the trainer's table. So we're without our best offensive player right now as we still bring in Isaiah Norton. And here's the snap, and the handoff is fumbled by Norton. And we'll have to wait and see after they unfurl this pile to see what happens. Looks like Collinsville's keeping it.
Yeah, we could tell that Jerry's ankle wasn't in real good shape when he came out on that last play. Sometimes they'll hobble a little bit and then get it back together. He was hobbling all the way down the sideline. So they're going to tape that thing up and see if he can make it a go. And I'll tell you what, if Richardson can't go, that's going to be a big difference in this game today.
Well, you just saw Isaiah Norton fumble the handoff. That's one thing that Richardson has not done a lot of this year is fumble the ball. 3 wide receivers on the far, 1 on the near. And once again, Norton is the lone setback. Here's the snap. Anderson's going to go back
Here
to
comes
pass.
Trey
He
Swaggart.
looks this way. He throws to Swaggart. It's a jump ball, and Swaggart can't get there. He and his defender, Mason Puelko, went up at the same time, and there was just too many arms going after the same ball.
Man, I thought he was going to come down with that ball, but the defender actually did a great job. He waited until Trey touched that ball, and then he got his arms in there and knocked it loose.
Well, that ball stayed up in the air for about a week and a half. Yeah, that ball stayed up in the air that long, man. It's going to be hanging up there to give everybody time to get in position.
Usually Trey Swaggart will win those balls, but that's a great defensive play by the Geneva defender.
So 3rd down and long, 3rd and 12 here for Collinsville as this drive is kind of stalled right here. We bring the 3 wide receivers over here to the near side this time, and 1 wide receiver on the far side. And rolling out to this side is Colby Anderson. He throws, and he had almost got Pinnell right through the Southmore's fingertips, and it's going to be 4th down.
Yeah, Pinnell should have come up with that ball. There's nobody he had a guy coming to make the hit, but that ball went right through his fingertips. Collinsville's going to be forced to punt, just like Geneva did on that last possession.
I think that ball boy's got a little he just throws the ball over his head and throws it onto the field, not even really knowing where he's throwing it to. Referees are having to follow the bouncing ball all over the place. So Ethan Bagwell will come on to punt, and it'll be once again Mason Puelko who will stand down around his own 30-yard line trying to collect this. Here is Bagwell. Bagwell's going to fake it. Bagwell is going to run with it. He's across midfield. He is going to be really close to a 1st down. He might have a Kahok 1st down. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I was wondering if Bagwell was ever going to kick that ball, and then he just started inching his way up, and he got just enough to pick up that 1st down.
Oh, yeah, and, if you're going to run a fake, you might as well do it with a 6'2", 230-pound beast. Ethan Bagwell was not going to take no for an answer.
You going to be all right over there?
Man, I just swallowed food the wrong way. That's good for a Collinsville first down. I mean, that could be a play of a game with 6 minutes, 6:40 left in the first half. Here comes Collinsville 1st and 10.
Colby Anderson once again in shotgun, hands the ball off, and it goes up the middle, not very far. Lucky to get back up to the line of scrimmage will be Isaiah Norton. So they appear to be finished working on Jerry Richardson. Now he's checking out his tape job by running up and down the sideline over by the trainer's table, and we'll see if he gets back in this game relatively quickly.
Well, Jerry's going to give it a go. We'll just see what kind of shape he's in when he gets in there.
Norton stands over the left-hand shoulder of Anderson. Here's a snap, back to pass, immediately throws to Swaggart. Swaggart with a stiff arm. He's got some room, a first down, takes one of the guys with him as he just kind of drags Blake Segnowski up the sideline. First down, Kahawks.
Yeah, great first down for Travion Swaggart. Good ball by junior quarterback Colby Anderson. And number 4, I believe, for Geneva.
Yeah, Pawelko's been all over the place,
Pawelko makes the play, but then you know what? He helps Swaggart up. I mean, great sportsmanship. I'll call it every day of the week.
There's a keeper by Anderson. He's up the middle, and he bounces off the center, tries it over on left tackle, and he's going to pick up about 8 yards on the play.
He just turned 2 yards into 7 or 8 yards in a hurry.
Richardson running up the sideline, ready to let his coach know he's ready to go back in. Coach Rhodes over there talking to Jerry Richardson right now, trying to make sure he's like, you ready to go? Yep, Coach, I'm ready to go. Okay, you sure? Yep. All right, next play.
Well, and you know what? We've moved the ball well, and you haven't really seen Jerry yet today.
Well, 3 wide receivers on the near, 2 on the far. Empty backfield for Colby Anderson. Here comes a man in motion. That's McIntyre. He fakes the handoff to him. Anderson cuts up, and he's close to a first down before he is finally brought down close to the 20-yard line. Looks like he might be about a half a yard short.
It's a great play by Geneva's Tyler Costello, the 5'11", 155-pound. My goodness. Senior, he's not a very big kid, but he plays bigger than he is, and he saved a first down for his Geneva defense.
4:50 left to play here in this second quarter. Collinsville leads 14-7. Kahawks knocking on the door once again. They have the ball just inside the 20-yard line. Need to get to the 21 for a first down. So 3rd down and about a half a yard to go here for a first. And now I believe we are going to have a timeout called by Geneva. So we will step aside as well. And we're back in just a moment here on the Kahawk
Tees in
Sports
Caseyville
Network.
is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number 1 on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahawk Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200.
4:37 left to play here in this second quarter. It is 3rd down and 1 to go. Here is Anderson. He keeps it. He gets the first down, and he gets a little bit more. He is inside the 15-yard line. They'll bring him down to about the 12, and it'll be a fresh set of downs here for Collinsville.
Yeah, I think everybody in the stadium, including Geneva, knew that Colby Anderson was going to keep that ball. But when you got some 300-pound linemen here on the first level for Collinsville, there's not a lot you can do if you're Geneva's defense. We outweigh their offense or their defensive line by quite a bit, Todd.
By the way, the winner of this game will take on St. Rita. As St. Rita won their game last night, and if Collinsville ends up being the winner of this game, then St. Rita will have to drive here, and Collinsville will get a second home playoff game in a row. In motion is McIntyre. The handoff goes to Richardson. He breaks it up off left tackle and doesn't get very far. Luckily, if he got back to the line of scrimmage or maybe a yard.
Yeah, nice run by Jerry. Good to see him back on the field. You mentioned St. Rita. looks like they have a wide receiver that's a 5-star recruit headed to Ohio State. So, one game at a time we're going to focus on today. But if we do end up welcoming St. Rita, Collinsville is certainly going to have their hands full with a great football team.
St. Rita played at home last night. Collinsville played at home today. So if the two home teams win, then you go to the highest-seeded home team. In this case, it would be Collinsville. They had one more win than St. Rita. Here's a keeper by Anderson, and he gets it up to about the 5 before he is finally brought down. Collinsville can get a first down at about the 2-yard line.
I think Collinsville will get a first down or a touchdown. I'm going to speak it into existence, Todd.
Okay, there you go. You speak it, it happens, right?
Let's go.
3 minutes and some change left to go here in this second quarter. Collinsville leads 14-7. Glad that you're all with us here on the Kahok Sports Network. I know you got a bunch of folks from Geneva watching who didn't make the trip down, so we do appreciate you checking out our product. Hope you're enjoying it thus far. Here's Anderson in shotgun. High snap. Anderson keeps the ball again, and he'll get it up to about the 3-yard line and might have enough for a first down depending on the spot. If not, it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think, oh boy, this side judge has a favorable spot. Their side judge does not. And
that's going to bring up 4th down and about a half a yard to go.
Well, here we go. Quarterback keeper again. Colton Rhodes calling in the play to Colby Anderson. I can almost promise you he's going to keep the ball again and just go right up the gut. We'll see what Geneva's defensive line and linebackers have to offer.
Coach Thorgeson over there, he's being very animated on his sideline, trying to shout out some things to his players.
If I'm Colby, I might just go airborne on this.
Anderson under center. And a jump offside. There's the flag. Collinsville will get a first down anyway.
That's the same guy? That is the same guy, number 2. The same guy who jumped early in the game.
And
just jumped to get
out of the game.
He's going to have his seat.
Yeah, he's getting.
Oh, unfortunate for the young man. But I'll tell you what, that's 2 times in a row.
Yeah.
And, man, that's a big play.
Josh Lyles will come in to take the place of Mason Luker after that. And it'll be a 4-chance try here from the 1-yard line for your Collinsville Kahawks, trying to put up another touchdown before halftime. Remember, Collinsville got the ball first in this game, so Geneva will have the ball first when the second half begins. Collinsville brings out wide receivers on both sides, and again, Colby Anderson under center. And he has Richardson right behind him, and Richardson pushes Colby Anderson into the end zone. You see it. Richardson just pushed Colby Anderson from behind into the end zone.
Colby was stopped. Jerry says, let me help you, my friend. Right into the end zone. That's going to put Collinsville up 20-7. You're going to see sophomore Darren Pinnell come out to hold the ball for junior kicker Andrew Chai to try to put Collinsville up 21-7 with 1:56 left.
Pinnell takes the snap, puts the ball down. Chai kicks it, and is a perfect 3 for 3 on extra points today. Collinsville takes a 21-7 lead with 1:56 left to go here in this second quarter, and we're back in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite.
And once again, we welcome you back to Kahok Stadium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. I am Todd Duke. Dr. Chris McCluskey is alongside on the other microphone. We're having some fun now, aren't we, Doc?
Yes, we are. What a beautiful day here at Kahok Stadium. Even more beautiful that Collinsville has a few more points on the board than our foes, Geneva.
Andrew Chai again kicks this one. This one's going to roll out of bounds, and we'll get it at the 40-yard line. Chai trying not to do that. He's trying to keep it over here and kick it to Jackson Reyes, because we have already seen what Mason Powelko can do with the ball once he receives it on a kickoff. So I understand trying to keep it away from him, but My philosophy would be if you just kick it over his head into the end zone, you won't have anybody running back.
Right. And I tell you, Chai just got on top of the ball a little bit. Last kickoff, he got a lot of air under it. This one didn't have a lot of air. He ends up kicking it out of bounds, which is actually what you don't want to do on a kickoff.
We're going to do a re-kick.
They're going to take the yards and make us re-kick it.
We're going to do a drop kick, I believe. Well, I don't know because Bagwell's out there too and Chai. I thought for a minute that Bagwell was just going to do a drop kickoff, but I guess not. He's just one of the special teams players out there.
Well, now probably what you'll see is a line drive at this point. Probably a line drive right down the middle. And Geneva, everybody's short. They're going to try to snag a ball and get great field position. And actually right now you might just kick it over their head. Yeah, right. They're at the 25-yard line.
Right, you might be able to down that thing inside the 10.
Yeah, right. Oh, now they're backing up. But you know what? Their back line didn't back up. Let's go, Chai. Nope.
Yeah, same kind of kick, and it is going to go to Reyes at the 30-yard line. Reyes up to the 35, and he'll be taken down at about the 39-yard line. So a return of about 9 on the play, and it'll pretty much give them the spot where they would have gotten if they just would have taken the out-of-bounds flag.
Yeah, it worked out. Sophomore Isaiah Gordon, number 14, makes a nice tackle on kickoff coverage. And that's going to give Geneva the ball at their own 30, just shy of their own 39-yard line. And we'll see what happens. Now, there's a minute 52 left, so you might see them run their 2-minute drill. You would think that's what they would do if they have one. And we'll see what Collinsville's defense has in store for Geneva.
Well, they've got 6 wide receivers on their team, all with catches and numbers, so they've got plenty of people. Here's a snap, and it's going to be a handoff on the man in motion, and he's got the far sideline. He's going up, and Colby Anderson is the one who saves yet another touchdown, as up that sideline was Nate Stemkowski, and the big 5'9", 155-pound sophomore just picked up a good chunk of real estate.
Man, it's amazing. They had everybody in the box. All of our linebackers were in the box, and we just had no pursuit, man. They sealed everybody. That young man got to the outside, and junior Colby Anderson saves the day for the Kahok defense.
So in great position right now are the Geneva Vikings. They have 2 timeouts, 1:25 left on the clock, and they're back to work. Porter in shotgun, takes a snap, and he'll roll out to his right, looks to pass, throws to his left, has a man open, but he overthrows Costello, or Costello would have been in for an easy touchdown.
He didn't even really overthrow him. Costello wasn't in position. I mean, that ball was right off his fingertips. Had he been able to lay out, he could have made that catch. Colby Anderson's talking to number 28.
That's Kroom.
For Collinsville. Kroom saying, listen, brother, you know, they may throw to the backside, and that ball's on the receiver. I mean, he should have made a play on that football.
I think he might have got stumbled up a little bit. Looked like he was stumbling as the ball was getting there. Here's Porter in shotgun, and he's going to go back to pass again. Tries the same side. This time he has a man open, and Colby Anderson takes out the legs from underneath Tyler Tussell. The 6'1", 175-pound senior wide receiver goes down hard, but after the catch, and that moves the chains.
Yeah, and if Geneva's going to spread the field out and look to, get some receivers in space, Collinsville's going to have to blitz some linebackers or do something to disrupt the quarterback.
Costello lines up over on this side. This time they're going to hand it off, though, to Powelson, and Powelson tries up the middle, and he gets about 5 yards on the play, and the clock runs all the way down to 48 seconds left before they call a timeout, and that's the second of the 3 timeouts for Geneva.
Yeah, clock certainly in play for Geneva. We'll take a little break here and see what happens on a second and looks to be a long 5. Collinsville's defense is looking to get a stop here with 48 seconds left in the second quarter because Geneva's going to get the ball back in the second half, right, Todd?
That's right. Timeout on the field, and we'll keep it right here for this one. 48.2 seconds left to play. Nice game so far between these two teams. Collinsville getting the better of the early part of this game, leading 21-7, but the Vikings are knocking on the door here.
Certainly. Big offensive stand here for Geneva, big defensive stand for Collinsville. I'm telling you, Collinsville really, really, really needs to stop here, knowing that Geneva gets the ball back in the second half.
2nd down and 6 to go here for Geneva. Porter in shotgun once again, sends the man in motion, but hands the ball off to Powelson, and Powelson is in for a touchdown, a 6-yard TD run. And that 21-7 score just skipped down to a 21-13 score as we await the extra point.
Boy, that's just what Geneva needed going into the second half. But I'll tell you what, 8 or 3 seconds left for Collinsville. I mean, if I'm Coach Colton Rhodes, I'm going to try to score a touchdown before the second half.
Sure, why not?
I am not going in.
All 3 of your timeouts?
Yeah, absolutely.
Once again, here is Frieders to try the extra point. Here's the snap, ball on the ground, kick is on the way, and the kick is good. So 21-14, Collinsville still maintains the lead, and with 43.5 seconds left, Collinsville will get the ball back, and they'll do so after a timeout here
Are
on
the lights
the
on your
Kahok Sports
dashboard
Network.
putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups, and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook.
Back here at Kahok Stadium, Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey with you. Collinsville gets the ball back before the end of the half after the touchdown by Geneva. It's a low kick all the way up front. 30-yard line to Pinnell, and Pinnell gets wrapped up almost immediately by Stepkowski. And Collinsville will have a short field to play with 3 timeouts, 38.9 seconds left.
Yeah, Darren Pinnell, sure-handed sophomore wide receiver, fields that football. And he's going to take it up to the 36.5, looks like. Collinsville, I mean, you wouldn't normally say this, but I'd say they have plenty of time with the electric playmakers that they have, right?
Yeah.
To bust a big play. Maybe look at Trey Swaggart up the sideline here on this first play to just try to make it happen.
Anderson, he's back to pass. He bluffs a throw, and then he steps up in the pocket. Now he's going to get in a little bit of trouble, and he'll get
timeout
taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Uh-oh, he lost the football.
Did he lose the football?
He lost the football. Oh, that's bad news.
That sure is.
That's real bad news.
Geneva comes up with a loose ball all the way over there on the far sideline, and the Vikings will get the ball back with 1 timeout and 30 seconds left on the clock.
I said earlier that whoever wins the playoff or the turnover battle today has the best chance of winning. Collinsville just goes down in that category. That is not what the doctor ordered.
Nope, not at all. And this gives a chance for Geneva to put some more points on the board before half and get the ball back in the second half as well. So,
well, Collinsville's defense has to hold here. I mean, otherwise your back's up against the wall.
I don't know what they're waiting for out there, but looks like they're having trouble trying to remember where to spot the ball. Or they're exchanging. I don't have any idea. What are they, exchanging the football? Yeah, they are. All right, so line of scrimmage is on the Collinsville 38-yard line. And 1 timeout, 30 seconds which to work. Geneva breaks huddle. Porter stands in shotgun once again. Powelson is his lone setback. Here's the snap. And back to pass is Porter. He throws, and he's got the man open again. And it is the same receiver as earlier. That was Tyler Tussell. And a hurry-up offense employed here by the Vikings. 24.5 seconds left. Under center now is Porter. Now he'll spike the ball to stop the clock and save the timeout with 21.6 seconds left here in this second quarter.
Yeah, great open field tackle by sophomore Darren Pinnell on that last pass. So now look for Geneva to take a couple shots. And honestly, what they're looking for is either a touchdown or a pass interference call, right? So our line's got to make some penetration. Our defensive backs have got to hold up and avoid a pass interference call here. You get a pass interference call, now they're going to run in a touchdown. So Collinsville's defense is tasked with a pretty tall order here, Todd.
That they are. Here is Porter in shotgun once again. He has Powelson over his right-hand shoulder, and he's going to go back to pass as Porter looks on the far side, throws on the far side, got a man open, and he gets his feet taken out from underneath him at the 2-yard. No, they're going to call that a touchdown?
I think it was.
Well,
I mean, that was a great ball. Number 22, I think that's Ryan McIntyre, right, or Eric Stuber. That's Eric Stuber. Just got beat, period. Now we've got a man down. Everybody's calling for the trainers. I think that's Colby Anderson. Oh,
it is.
Good Lord.
Man, oh, man, things have just went from bad to worse here as Colby Anderson is down hurt over there where the runner went out at the corner of the end zone. And that does not spell anything good for Collinsville. So a timeout on the field. We will step aside as well, and we'll be back here
Looking for
in just a moment on the
Kahok
Kahok
friendly
Sports
establishment
Network.
before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carryout orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background-checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Colby Anderson came off the field under his own power, and while he was doing that, the extra point try was good. So we are knotted 21-21, 14.6 seconds left to play here in this first half, and it's a brand new ball game.
Yeah, what a turn of events for Collinsville Kahawks and the Geneva. What's their mascot, Todd?
Vikings.
Vikings, the Geneva Vikings. They've shown some resilience. Let's see what Collinsville has. Let's lateral the ball back to Jerry.
There's Pinnell. He takes the ball at the 30 and gets it up to the 35.
That was a late hit.
That was a late hit.
That
No
should have
flag
been a
on the
flag for sure.
No flag on the play.
My
Collinsville,
goodness.
9.5 seconds, and we'll see how they want to play this one here. And Colby Anderson comes back out to take over again as quarterback.
Well, based on the last 10 minutes.
They're not going to let him come in, are they?
You just take a knee here.
Yeah.
I mean.
And Ethan Bagwell, the backup quarterback, will come in. We'll see if Collinsville just wants to take a knee and get to the locker room, or you see if they want to take one big strike downfield.
They're going to take a knee.
Yeah, looks like they're going to take a knee. So Bagwell will come in and take this snap, and he'll go down to one knee, and the clock will run out. Collinsville heads to the locker room, and we have a brand new ball game. 21-21 is our score. Halftime is here. We'll talk things over with Collinsville Athletic Director Clay Smith in just a little bit as we return
have a big
on the
land
Kahok
improvement
Sports
project
Network.
that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975. The reviews are in. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is a hit in the Metro East. Folks both local and just visiting the area are calling Old Herald Brewery and Distillery a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is located at 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville and is home to one of the only restaurants in the state with their own brewery and distillery that produces some of the best brews and spirits in the industry. And the food? All created by an in-house chef using local ingredients that will please any palate. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville has daily specials for both inside diners as well as offering curbside pickup specials and family size specials. And don't forget to take home a bottle or a growler of beers brewed on site at Old Herald Brewery and Distillery. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville. Check their Facebook page for daily specials, online ordering at oldheraldbrewery.com, or give them a call at 855-8027. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside's all-star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Lakeside Roofing, celebrating 50 years of serving the metro area. Choose experience, choose Lakeside. Projects in and around your home can be daunting and overwhelming. Take the stress out of those projects and let AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions do all the heavy lifting. Former Kahok Adam Welly can help knock those projects off your list. From framing drywall, painting, and stair work inside to deck work, hardscapes, and concrete and retaining wall construction outside your home, including power washing and brush removal. Whatever the task, AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions can help. Call Adam Welly for a free estimate at AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions, 314-252-8010. That's 314-252-8010. Just because you can cut your own hair doesn't mean you should. The Shop, a great place in Collinsville for men and boys haircuts, is where you should take your hair. The Shop is owned and operated by Collinsville High School graduates Danny Kress and Jody Neiman and is located at 103 South Seminary Street in Uptown Collinsville. The Shop isn't just another place to get a haircut, as Danny and Jody take great joy in getting to know their clients and look forward to turning those clients into friends. When you sit in a stylish chair at the Shop, Jody and Danny pride themselves on getting to know you well enough to say, the usual? So, men and boys, if you're tired of the same old cookie-cutter approach to haircuts, check out Danny and Jody at the Shop. You may just walk out with not only a fantastic cut, but you may also walk out with a friend. Or two. The Shop in Collinsville, 618-772-7175. No appointment necessary. The Shop, 103 South Seminary in Uptown Collinsville. And once again, we welcome you back to Kahok Stadium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. We are at halftime, 21-21 between Geneva and Collinsville, as we welcome into the broadcast booth the Collinsville Kahok Athletic Director, Clay Smith. How you doing, sir?
Hi, Todd. How are you?
Man, doing all right. So a busy week for you, man. We've had quite the showing here at CHS, man. We hosted the girls regional volleyball playoffs. We hosted the soccer sectionals for the boys soccer team, and here we are hosting the first playoff game at Collinsville High School since 1998. How's the week gone for you?
Yeah, what an awesome week, huh? A lot of people say, man, you're going to be busy this week, but I tell you, it's really no different than any other week here. We always have events going on, but they're just extra special because they're postseason events, and sometimes you have to play by a different set of rules as far as ticket selling and pregame and things like that. But it's great to see. This place is packed tonight. Soccer's been fantastic all week, and the girls volleyball regional was exciting as ever. So it's been a great week, but I am ready for a nap. I will tell you that.
Yeah, it's a lot better to do this time than it was, but this time last year when we weren't doing anything.
I tell you what. I don't even know what to say about that. What a change of a year, a difference can make to see our students and our kids and our fans at events and happy, and to be able to bring our students on the field last night and take a picture with our soccer team with the plaque. Like it makes me emotional because last year was bad for everybody. And it is just really great to see our students having a good time with a smile on their face.
Yeah, nice to see these packed stands too, man. First home playoff football game in 23 years, and the fans didn't disappoint.
Yeah, they didn't disappoint. They're out. I know. Right before kickoff, there was some concerned Kahok fans that we weren't going to fill the stands. I think everybody was just enjoying their last tailgating experiences to the final kickoff, but they got here. So, and Geneva brought a great crowd as well from being as far away as they are, so it's a great atmosphere today.
Yeah, it would be a lot better if the band was here, but they had a previous engagement at Belleville West, so you're missing the band and all the band parents.
Yeah, that causes a little emptiness in the stadium as well, but they have guaranteed me that if we can pull this one out and we get to host next weekend, they will be here, so that'll be awesome.
We are almost not quite finished with fall sports. We have some soccer left to play, hopefully some football left to play, but let's flash forward ahead to winter sports. I know we're all looking forward to a full basketball season and back to what we love to do, and one of those things being the Prairie Farms basketball tournament.
Yeah, it's less than 2 months away, which is hard to believe. So we are prepping for that, and we prep for that all year. But it's the time of year now where we put a little extra care into it. So we're meeting with Prairie Farms, putting some final touches in there, getting programs together, and we've confirmed with all the teams. So we'll just wait for those guys to start practicing and see how they do and release some brackets soon.
And we'll jump a little ahead farther. We have a springtime coming up that will feature our very first varsity boys volleyball team.
Yeah, we're excited for that. They have a complete schedule. It's going to be varsity and JV, so that'll be exciting for those boys. They did well last year in the COVID season playing JV only, but we'll see what they're made of this year, going varsity and JV and playing a full Southwestern Conference schedule as well.
All right, man. Anything else on the top of your mind you want to tell the folks about?
No, not really. I just think, for our teams and our coaches, we're just really thankful for the support. And like I said, it's been such a great start of the school year for our kids, especially in our hallways. The culture of our building and our school and the environment at our games is just something special. I love being out here. I love watching our fans interact. I love watching our kids cheer, and having our kids have some success has been great. And even the teams that haven't been so successful, it's just been great to watch them compete and do what they love. So, again, thanks for all you do. You're a big part of this place, man, and we love having you here. And to be able to sit on your couch and watch from a different state or wherever people may be and continue to watch Kahok sports, you're a major player in that, so we appreciate you.
Well, thank you very much, sir. All right, put on that football headset for a moment and talk to me about this first half of this game and what do we got to do in the second?
Well, the turnover at the end of the half really hurts. Obviously, you take care of the football and you win games. And I'm not a big football guy, but I do know that. I think we've dropped some easy passes. We've had some throws out to our wide receivers that they dropped and probably could have got extra yards. But what a great matchup the IHSA drew up for us, huh? Us and Geneva. And talking to the Geneva AD before the game, there's a lot of similarities between these two programs. First-year head coaches, not a lot of success, been a long time not out of the playoffs. So, just a great day for both teams. The sun's out, so you couldn't ask for anything better.
Thanks for the visit, sir. Appreciate it.
Absolutely, always.
All right, that is Athletic Director Clay Smith here of Collinsville High School. We always like to talk to the athletic director and keeps us up to date on what's going on around the world of sports here at CHS. Halftime, 21-21. We will take another break, and we'll come back and break down this first half for you, give you some first half stats that we have compiled, and we will do that here in just a moment when we return on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune covers Troy, Collinsville, Maryville, and all the villages and communities of Madison County. From area city halls to sports, including the Collinsville Kahawks and Unit 10 District News. The Times-Tribune covers that and more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper published every Thursday, and a one-year subscription is only $40 for the printed and online editions. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Times-Tribune. The people of Illinois welcome you. The folks in Collinsville, Illinois, well, they want you to stick around for a while and enjoy the sights, the fun, the food, and, of course, the Collinsville Kahawks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a Kahawks game. or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Enjoy Christmas at the Collins House during the holidays, tunes at Bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. The folks in Collinsville would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org. Calling all sports fans. Looking for a great place to watch the game with your crew? Look no further than the Lucky Fox Sports Bar in Caseyville. The Lucky Fox shows Collinsville Kahok sports on the big screen, plus UFC fights, boxing, Cardinals and Blues, and all of the NFL games with the NFL ticket and enough TVs that you'll be sure to find the game you want. And the food? How about Taco Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, plus burgers, sandwiches, pizza, steak, and more, including great drink specials and the coldest brew in town. And don't forget to try your luck at the Lucky Fox Gaming Room. Dine in and catch a game, or order carryout with the Lucky Fox. The Lucky Fox Sports Bar, 1101 Caseyville Road, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Open daily at 11 a.m. Check out the Lucky Fox Facebook page for daily specials. The Lucky Fox, 618-855-9500. Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking, conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100. Once again, welcome back to Kahok Stadium here at Collinsville High School. 21-21 is our score between Geneva and Collinsville. Here's a look at some of your first half stats. We'll begin with Geneva. Carter Powelson, their premier running back, has ran the ball 7 times for 39 yards. That includes a touchdown. Nate Stepkowski has ran the ball just 2 times for 36 yards, but one of those was a 30-yard touchdown run. So there's a couple of running touchdowns. And Alex Porter, the quarterback, 5 of 9 through the air, 94 yards, and a touchdown himself. And through the air, Tyler Tussel has caught 3 passes for 36 yards. Marco DeLeo, 1 pass for 33 yards. And Nate Stempkowski has caught 1 ball for 25 yards. And Geneva has been penalized 3 times for a total of 12 yards. For Collinsville, Jerry Richardson is not having a Jerry Richardson type of day. He's only ran the ball 7 times for 22 yards. Colby Anderson, he's been doing a lot of the running. He has ran the ball 16 times for 82 yards, and Colby has scored a couple of touchdowns on the ground as well. Isaiah Norton has got 3 carries, good for 2 yards, and Ethan Bagwell has even ran the ball 1 time for 12 yards. Anderson through the air has hit 6 of 11 for 84 yards and a touchdown, plus he lost that fumble over there in the far sideline that allowed Geneva to come back and tie this game up. The passes have been distributed quite randomly here. Swaggart's got 1 catch for 20 yards. Pinnell, he has the 1 catch for 7 yards. That was a 7-yard touchdown pass, the first touchdown of this game. Jerry Richardson, 2 catches for 28 yards. Jeremiah Mosby, 1 catch for 17 yards. And Ryan McIntyre, 1 catch for 12 yards. And Collinsville has 2 penalties under their name for a total of 15 yards. And that is a look at your first half stats. We'll take our final break here on the halftime portion of our program. When we come back, Dr. Chris McCluskey and I will be back to recap the first half action and bring you the second half, and we'll do that here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network. Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, your place for online auctioning. Go to ogleauctions.com to check out the week's items up for auction. Ogle Auctions deals in everyday items like board games, t-shirts, clocks, antique items, and more. To collectible items, anyone in the market for, say, a trolley? Or maybe you're into more treasure troves, like vinyl albums, cars, or motorcycles. And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more auctionable items. Ogle Auctions of Collinsville. Auctions every Sunday at 7 p.m. Check them out at www.ogleauctions.com or call Kim or Mike Ogle at 618-218-2117. First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville and Collinsville locations for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121 or visit their Maryville and Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And once again, welcome back to Kahok Stadium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. Glad that you're taking time out of your busy Saturday right before Halloween. I know a lot of folks probably got Halloween parties to go to tonight. If the adults have their fun the day before Halloween, and then the kids get to go out and trick-or-treat on Sunday, which is tomorrow. So happy Halloween to everyone. I am Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey on the other microphone. So, Doc, what do we got to do here in the second half besides score more points?
Well, I'm going to go to a costume party tonight.
Oh, okay.
Todd, like you said. We need some energy. We need to stick with what has been working for us all year. I think we outplayed Geneva in the first quarter outside of the last 2 minutes where we, allowed a turnover and then broke down defensively. But I think if Collinsville will keep their energy up, we've got a solid chance of winning this game and making it to the second round of the IHSA playoffs here.
The energy is the one thing I'm noticing, too, man.
I agree.
The guys usually jumping up and down, smiling, slapping each other on the backs. I'm not seeing any of that today.
I think they're nervous.
If you're still nervous after one half of play, something's wrong.
Well, look across the sideline.
Yeah.
There's 742 football players. I mean, I'm telling you, like, you're a high school kid. Like, I try to think like these kids, you know what I mean? And that in itself is a little daunting. But, again, here's Trey Swaggart. Here's Darren Pinnell. Like, our playmakers are here in the game. We need to get everybody else behind them, get the energy up. Our quote-unquote bench players really need to get the energy and intensity up, let their buddies know they believe in them. Let's go out here, and here's the deal. We got to get a stop. We give up the ball here to start the third quarter. It'd be nice to see a stop. And we've got a whole new ball game.
Yeah,
right?
we do.
We got two quarters to play.
Might as well be 0-0, and all you have to do is win one half.
That's exactly right. And I have full faith in our Collinsville Kahok football squad to be able to do so.
So Collinsville will kick off to Geneva to begin the second half. What happened to our sunshine, man? I thought the clouds were going to be gone once they started moving out.
Kind of partly sunny, partly cloudy. But at any rate, I mean, at the end of October, it was pretty good weather for playoff football, right?
Yeah, you are not lying there. I was hoping for a little bit more sunshine. Looks like looking out west, and if you open the press box door here in Collinsville, you can see downtown St. Louis. And looking back west, you can see more blue skies on the way. So this is just a brief little cloud cover moment for us here.
I like it. Here come the Kahawks giving their kickoff huddle. And we'll see what junior Andrew Chai has in store for the Geneva kickoff receiving team.
I say kick it into the end zone. Don't allow anybody to run anything back. And once again, back deep, it'll be Mason Puelko as well as Jackson Reyes.
Let's kick it to Reyes.
Reyes has had a couple of touches, and he's brought the ball forward about, 4 times for about 10 yards, maybe 8 yards each time. Nothing like that Puelko. The first time he got that kickoff, man, he almost ran it in for a touchdown.
Puelko just carries himself well on the football field. I mean, he's a big, lean, strong, athletic young man. Here comes Andrew Chai.
And he's going to try Puelko again at the 20. And Puelko cuts up the middle and runs into a bunch of folks wearing purple and white jerseys, and he goes down at the 32-yard line. So that was a little better. Now we need our defense to step up and make a stop.
That was a nice kick by junior Andrew Chai. Little chip shot, kept the ball high in the air, gave our coverage team time to get down to make a nice, clean tackle. Collinsville's crowd's getting fired up. And we'll see what the third quarter brings here.
Well, at least one guy's getting fired up.
And that's Colby Anderson's dad.
Big
Adam.
old Adam. I know Adam. I used to work with Adam over at Kreitner. There is a handoff, and it goes right to Powelson, and Powelson uses a stiff arm in front of Damian Swaggart. Swaggart then was pushed him out of bounds with a little help from Mondre Kroom there, and that's a first down on the first play.
Yeah, it's going to be good for a first down for Geneva. Geneva's doing a great job of sealing our inside linebackers. Our inside backers have been fairly non-existent this game so far, and they're going to have to really find a way to get themselves involved in the action.
Powelson, again, the lone setback. Man in motion, but Powelson's going to get the ball, and he's going to go up the middle, and he's going to have some success, and then he runs into Colby Anderson, and Darren Pinnell is there to finish up the rest of it.
Yeah, great play. Colby Anderson gets the credit on the tackle. Darren Pinnell gets the assist. But that's good for, 4.5 yards for the Geneva offense.
Yeah, it's going to be up a second down and about 6 to go for a first down, just underway here in quarter number 3.
Well, and whether it happens early or late, Collinsville's got to recoup that turnover, right? I mean, we've got to even up the turnover battle here.
Porter in shotgun once again. One wide receiver over here on the near side, 2 on the far, and the snap. Porter goes back to pass. Looks over here on the near side, has a man open, but right through the hands of Costello, and a nice little piece of defending there by Collinsville's McIntyre, Ryan McIntyre, who's with the receiver step for step.
Yeah, Ryan McIntyre was with him step by step. McIntyre playing behind the receiver, so had the ball been on point, that would have been a reception. That was really an error on Geneva's quarterback. That ball was just thrown uncatchable.
So 3rd down and 6. Need a stop here for the Kahawks. Fans kind of come alive here at Collinsville on defense.
Big play. Come on, defense.
Here is Porter in shotgun, and he will hand the ball off to the man in motion, and
yes, sir.
Collinsville takes him down after a gain of about 1.5 yards, so it'll bring up a 4th down here for Geneva.
Boy, you'd like to see a punt here, wouldn't you?
I would.
Oh, what are they going to do? Decision time.
Looks like they're going to go for it.
Man, that's a
Porter
gutsy call by Geneva's coach.
Porter's going to come back out. Kicking team stays on the sidelines. It's 4th down and about 4 to go. Ball sits on Collinsville's 47-yard line.
I mean, same scenarios if it were the first quarter and it's in a 0-0 game. You wouldn't really go for it here, but here we go. Let's go defense.
2 wide receivers on the near, 1 on the far. 1 lone setback. Porter rolls out to his right, throws on the run, has the man open, and that's a first down. And McIntyre finally gets a little bit of help there.
Yeah, McIntyre just gave too much cushion. Coach Delvin Cross is down there saying, hey, McIntyre, good catch. Problem is you gave up the first down. That is way too much cushion on a 3rd and 6 in a, pivotal point in this football game.
First 2 minutes gone here in quarter number 3. On the move are the Geneva Vikings. They have the ball 1st and 10 from the Collinsville 37. Again, Porter stands in shotgun, and he'll pitch the ball out to his left for Powelson, and Powelson is not going to even get back to the line of scrimmage. He's taken down at the 40. Nice open field tackles there by, none other than your guy, number 12.
You got it. Darren Pinnell stands him up. Ethan Bagwell comes in to clean up the trash, the big 6'2", 230-pound sophomore out of Collinsville, and that's a big first down play. Looks like we need to get the chain gang back on board. They've got him at 1st and 10. That should be 1st and 12, Todd.
It should be 2nd down and 12, and it is.
Or 2nd and 12, yeah.
The chain gang hasn't moved back to the line of scrimmage. The guy standing there holding the 1 hasn't changed it to a 2, and he's standing in the wrong spot. Oh, well, we all make mistakes on our jobs. Rolling out to his left, and the run is Porter, and Porter zigzags across the field, and he is going to be a first down, and he might have gotten the first down. He got knocked backwards right about the first time he got to the first down marker, and Damian Swaggart couldn't catch up with him. It took Darren Pinnell coming in from his defensive back position to finally stop the Vikings quarterback.
Man, we had them stopped in the backfield. We over-pursued. Kudos to number 14, the quarterback, Alex Porter from Geneva. He turned nothing into something on that play, and that's a killer for the Kahok defense.
3rd down and a very short 1 yard to go for a first down. And it's a handoff, and it's going to go across the line of scrimmage, and it'll be just enough for a first down on the run by Jackson Reyes.
Well, let's see what the Kahok defense can do.
Boy, we need a turnover.
I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you. Oh, man. I'm telling you, this is just such a frustrating last 20 minutes for the Kahok football squad. But I'll tell you what, we can't be frustrated. We need our sideline to get energetic. Everybody's just standing around like, this is it, guys. Let's go.
We're not used to being in the playoffs. Nobody knows how to act, man.
I know. Let's go.
We've already seen over 4 minutes expire on this drive for Geneva, so they're chewing up valuable clock time as well. Here's Porter in shotgun. He fakes the handoff, throws it down the middle, and almost intercepted by Anderson. But just at the last moment there, Puelko got in there and disrupted that play because Anderson was ready to haul that ball down.
Yeah, he was ready for that. That's a great play. I mean, Kobe Anderson's got a nose for the football. He knows the game. He's got a great football IQ. He knew good and well Puelko was coming over the center. Actually, a pretty decent ball by the Geneva quarterback, but credit to Puelko for breaking up that possible interception by Anderson.
Incomplete pass stops the clock with 7:37 left. 3 wide receivers on the far side, empty over here on the near side. And 1 lone running back, that's Reyes. He gets the ball, and he travels up the middle, and he gets stopped after about a 3-yard gain, so it'll bring up a 3rd down and 7 to go here. And, boy, got to have this Collinsville Kahok defense step up on these 3rd and longs.
Now, this is interesting. We've got 3rd and 7. We were just watching Geneva's kicker at halftime practice 40 and 45-yard field goals, and he was making them. So it'd be interesting to see if we stopped him. Do they go for it, or do they go for 3 points?
It'd be about a 40-yarder from here if they don't get any more forward progress. But
first we need to stop him, right?
3rd down and 7 to go. Wide receivers, 2 on the near, 1 on the far. Reyes the lone setback. Porter in shotgun. He takes the snap. He throws to the sideline. He's got a man open, and Kroom will stop him before he gets to the first down. So that's going to bring up a 4th down and 4 to go, and we'll see how exactly the Vikings want to play this.
Yeah, here we go. This is the question
Porter
at
wants
hand.
to keep it. Porter wants to go for it, and looks like he's talked his coach into it as the place kicker, Frieders, is not coming out to the field. So,
man, I'll tell you what, I would blitz everybody right here.
Just got to stay on side.
Just bring the house.
Got to stay on side and hope that they can't get this first down and the Kahawks can get the ball back and drive it down the field themselves.
Let's go.
4th down play. Everybody needs to get up and
Could be
start
the play of the
cheering
game.
here.
Let's go, Kahawks!
Man goes into motion. Porter, he's back to pass. He throws it on the near corner, and it's incomplete. Collinsville will get the ball back.
Man, incredible. They took a shot on 4th and 4. Oh, baby.
Man, I tell you what, that was a nice throw, but just a little bit over the head of the intended receiver. And into the corner of the end zone, it falls incomplete, and Collinsville dodges a bullet. Now we need to get this offense going.
Oh, man, Coach Colton Rhodes is calling in plays from the sideline. He looks confident. Looks like we've got Jerry Richardson out. Full go, Colby Anderson. We've got Mosby. We've got Swagger. We've got Pinnell.
That drive took almost half the time off the clock. 6 minutes to go. Here's the snap. Handoff goes to Richardson. Richardson cuts it up the right side and doesn't get very far. He's lucky if he got back to the line of scrimmage, and I think he did just that.
Man, I'll tell you what, we're trying to run Jerry off tackle, and it's not working, right? We need to get him out in space, pass him the football.
That option play, man.
You know, the option, the power sweep. But nothing doing for Collinsville on 1st and 10 there.
2nd down and 10 after no gain on the play. Collinsville sends Swaggart out as a wide receiver on the far side. Trips over here on the left side where you got Mosby, McIntyre, and Pinnell. Again, Richardson the lone setback. Here's the snap. Anderson back to pass. Immediately throws it to Swaggart, and Swaggart couldn't hold on to it. Then gets shoved from behind by Puelko after the ball already made it into the Vikings bench.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that play call. I mean, you've got Swaggart one-on-one against Puelko, who's one of their best players. We've got 2nd and 10. Everybody's moping back to the huddle. We've just got to get some energy and some swagger and something going here.
Man, I'm more excited than anybody in this stadium. Why is that?
Right.
5:21 left to play here in this third quarter. Collinsville faced with a 3rd down and 10. Ball on their own 19-yard line.
I think you come back to Mosby now, right?
Anderson is in the backfield by himself. And there goes McIntyre in motion. And Anderson's going to step it up. I thought he's going to have plenty of room at the last moment. Closing that gap was Rocco DiLenardi. And what a big tackle there by the lineman for Geneva. 4th down for Collinsville. Man,
God,
oh man.
You said it. Rocco DiLenardi just saved the day for Geneva. You and I both thought Colby was going to escape. He tackles him. He comes out flexing his muscles. What a huge play by DiLenardi.
That whole series gained about 3 yards. That was about it. Here is Bagwell, not faking the punt this time. Sends one sky high at midfield. It's taken on a fair catch by Puelko.
Oh, come on, Gordon.
I don't think anybody on the far side knew there was a fair catch called, and they started going after it over there.
Man, I'm glad there was no flag on that.
I am too, because we already got the ball.
Extracurriculars going on.
Geneva has the ball at midfield. That would have made it a lot worse.
Delvin Cross is on Isaiah Gordon big time, saying, come on now, let's go.
Yeah, Cross was just down there talking to Swaggart too, trying to
Well,
now you
see Gordon back in the game at cornerback. We've had Ryan McIntyre in.
Yeah.
Gordon has played early in the year. He got yanked. Now he's going to get a chance again.
So Porter and company back out there. Alex Porter in shotgun. Sends a man into motion on 1st down. Here's the handoff, and it's going to go off the left tackle, and it's going to be good enough for a 1st down by Troy Velez. And they are just bringing everybody off the bench, and everybody's having success over there.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about momentum, Collinsville's defense is walking around. Geneva's running, bouncing. As big of a Kahok fan as I am, Geneva certainly has the momentum here, Todd.
You're not kidding, man. 4:20 left to go here in this third quarter. Porter in shotgun once again. 2 wide receivers on the far. Handoff is going to go up the middle, and again, it's going to go to big number 44, Troy Velez, 5'10", 170-pound freshman running back.
Incredible. I mean, again, Collinsville's inside linebackers have really been non-existent today. I'm not sure if they're pulling guards, exactly what they're doing to seal our guys, but they are doing a good job of keeping our inside backers out of the ball game, and they're having their way with our defense right now.
Velez in the backfield once again. Why not hand it to him again? This
yes,
time
sir.
He gets taken down. Damian Swaggart there. He met the running back as soon as the ball entered his gut.
Yeah, nice play by Damian Swaggart. Just I was saying, our inside backers have been non-existent. Damian Swaggart comes and makes a great play. That's a huge play to bring up, 3rd and 6. Would have been a 3rd and 3. That's a huge play. Collinsville's defense has got to have a stop and get our offense back on the field. Jerry Richardson's sure to break out here eventually this evening. Or
Let's hope so.
Right?
Right now we just need to get this ball back. And Porter in shotgun again. 3 wide receivers on the right side. Instead, it's going to be a handoff to Reyes, and Reyes will come up about 1.5 yards to 2 yards short of what he needed to get for the 1st down, and we will see how the Vikings want to play this particular 4th down.
Yeah, well, they're going to go for it. Bagwell missed a tackle. We had him stopped in the backfield, and I think we got a favorable spot there.
Yeah, that gives 4th down and 2.
2. I thought it was 1. It's going to be 2. And again, you got nothing to lose here. I'm bringing the house.
Porter breaks formation. This time Reyes remains the lone setback. 2 wide receivers on the near side. Here's the snap, and it's going to be a pass, and it's going to come over to the sideline. No one over here to cover, and they'll finally knock the runner out of bounds at the 15-yard line. And Colby Anderson made the tackle. Gets up kind of slow. He's been taking some punishment out there today, both offensively and defensively.
Man, I'll tell you what. You can tell a lot about guys in a team by how things are going, how they respond when they're kind of down. Collinsville student section silent, crowd silent, guys walking around. Let's hope these guys can get back together here today.
Fresh set of downs here for Geneva, and here is Porter rolling out to his left. Back to pass, looks in the corner of the end zone. He's got a man, and
that's going to be a touchdown.
That is going to be a touchdown. Tyler Costello hauls one in and did a nice job tiptoeing over there on the sideline to keep his feet in bounds. And Collinsville, they are trailing in this game for the first time today.
Well, look, we scored 21 points, in a quarter and a third. And we haven't done a thing offensively since, right?
All right.
So now we're down 21-27. Geneva's on for the PAT try to go up 7. And we'll see what their kicker has in store.
Frieder ready to go. Here is the snap. Ball is down. Kick is on the way, and the kick is good. 28-21 in favor of the Geneva Vikings in Collinsville. They are in a little bit of trouble here as they have not looked like themselves here since this game got going. We'll be back with the ensuing kickoff in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Having problems keeping your ride on the road? Roadman Automotive in Collinsville can help you keep your ride rolling. Roadman Automotive offers everything from diagnostic tests when that check engine light comes on to tune-ups, alignments, brake and suspension work, and more. Oil changes at Roadman Automotive start at just $35. Roadman Automotive is open from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday and is located at 936 St. Louis Road in Collinsville. Check out the Roadman Automotive Facebook page for daily specials. Call Roadman Automotive at 618-223-1878 online at roadmanautomotivecollinsville.com. Roadman Automotive. Keep your ride on the road with Roadman Automotive.
Trevion Swaggart and Jerry Richardson back deep, waiting the kickoff from Frieders.
Yeah, you'd think Collinsville would make an adjustment here. They're going to kick it short like they always have. Look, whoop.
And it's going to go
we should
to
either
the
lateral the ball back.
There's some room. And what the stutter step for no reason at all. Oh, man. That was kind of a violent hit from behind. But Collinsville gets the ball at midfield on a nice little jaunt forward by Isaiah Gordon. But Isaiah Gordon, I don't know if he stutter stepped or got his toe caught in the turf, but that little bit of stutter step cost him. He could have been off to the races.
He could have been gone. If he was sprinting, he would have been gone. But he like you said, he stuttered for some reason. I don't know if it was intentional or he tripped. But that's just sort of symbolic of what's going on with Collinsville right now, you know.
2 minutes and 11 seconds left to play here in this third quarter. Collinsville sends 2 wide receivers, both far and near. 1 lone running back, that's Jerry Richardson. Here's the snap. Anderson back to pass. He looks. He throws to the far sideline. He's got Swaggart, and Swaggart completes the pass, and then a late flag comes in.
They're going to call offensive pass interference.
They are going to call offensive pass interference because Swaggart pushed off.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate. Yeah, they're going to call that on Trevion.
Yeah, we saw it. We watched it. We all said that right before you guys all started going the oohing and the eyeing. It was that blatant.
Problem is he's been able to do that all year and not get called on it, really, you know. And
I would venture to say he was also held a little bit and then had
I was
going to
say,
off.
I think they were both playing.
Yeah. So, once again, Collinsville is backed up, and once again you can see the shoulders sag, and I don't know, the enthusiasm to me just hasn't been there from the opening kickoff, but
well, that's just par for the course right now
man.
For the Kahawks, unfortunately. I mean, I hate to say it, but
2:03 left to go
it's
after the flag. Stop the
15-yard
clock.
penalty
Sure
from
is.
scrimmage.
Yeah.
My goodness.
All the way back to the 35-yard line. So the Kahawks have a 1st and 25 staring them in the face. Here is Anderson with the keeper. Anderson runs right into the trouble, and right in the line of scrimmage, he is met and put down by McLean Happold.
2nd and 25, and you're going to run the quarterback off the guard? Like, I'm sorry, but come on, let's go. We got to be better than that. Especially when you're trying to ignite a fire. Like, you're just giving up a down at that point, right?
They gave him a yard on the carry.
It's
so
really frustrating.
Sure is. 2nd down and 24 from the 36-yard line. Pennell and Swaggart line up over on the far side.
You're going to see Pennell on a slant here probably.
Richardson will stand over the right-hand shoulder of Anderson. In motion goes Gordon. Here's a snap. Anderson rolls out to his right. Looks to throw the ball. He does so, and on the sideline he has Pennell. And Pennell is going to get it at least up to the 44-yard line. Gain of about 9 on the play, but Collinsville is going to be faced with a 3rd down and very long here for a first.
I mean, you like that call, but the problem is that you gave up your 1st down. I'm as big of a fan as anybody of Coach Colton Rhodes, but 1st and 25, you cannot be running the ball off the guard.
Under a minute to go here in this
now you got
third quarter.
You got to take 2 shots now, right? Maybe you can get a pass interference call. Our line's got to hold up here.
Down to the final 40 seconds of this third quarter. Collinsville trails by a touchdown. 3 wide receiver set over here on this near side. Here's the snap. Anderson's going to keep it again, and again he's going to get about 2 yards.
Another quarterback keeper on 3rd and 16. And now we're going to punt.
Yep, Ethan Bagwell is going to come after the punt. Collinsville needs to make it all the way to the Geneva 40-yard line to get a first down. And I don't think you're going to see a fake punt here because if it fails, Geneva's got the ball at midfield.
Sorry, but 2 quarterback keepers.
Nope, not going to cut it.
With a lot of yardage to gain, I mean, you don't deserve to win the football game. My goodness.
That's going to do it for the third quarter of play. So we will take a timeout as we head into quarter number 4, and we'll be back to tell you all about that in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
Fourth quarter has arrived. Welcome back to Kahok Stadium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. I'm Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey alongside as well. It is 4th down to begin this fourth quarter for Collinsville, 4th and 14. Here's a high snap. Bagwell takes it, and a nice high kick. And they're telling all the fans to get away with it. It's going to take a nice Collinsville roll, and Collinsville will down it inside the 10-yard line at about the 7.
Incredible punt by Ethan Bagwell, the big sophomore. And now Collinsville's backs are against the wall. Our defense has to come up and make a stop here, Todd.
Sure would be a good place for a turnover, wouldn't it?
Has to. And, you know, an unfortunate turn of events. Collinsville gets a pass interference call. Very negligible. I mean, there was certainly some hands on hands, but, man, at this phase in the game, you hate to see that. Then Collinsville's offensive coordinator decides to run off tackle twice with long yardage. Collinsville's defense, I'm telling you what, if we can get a big defensive stop, all of a sudden that could ignite the crowd, the players, the fans. We come back and score. Here we go.
There is Porter back in shotgun, standing at his own 1-yard line. Sends a man from one side to the other side, and a handoff goes up the middle, and it's going to be about 3-yard gain there by the running back Troy Velez. 5'10", 170-pound freshman.
Yeah, he was running downhill. You know, not a bad play by Geneva. They gained themselves what looks like a good solid 4 yards on the play. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 6. And like you said earlier, Collinsville needs a turnover.
Yeah, they
right?
do.
We need a turnover.
This would be a nice spot for it down here.
We used to be chopping at the football.
Porter in shotgun once again, sends everybody over to the far side. And once again, he's going to hand the ball off. And once again, it's Velez. And this time, Velez will have enough for a first down.
Yeah, and, you know, Geneva ate up a lot of clock on that last touchdown drive, and it looks like their strategy is going to try to do that again, score, and not leave Collinsville enough time to get 2 scores.
Yeah, they chewed up half of the third quarter on the first possession. They chewed up 6 of the 12 minutes of the third quarter before Collinsville got the ball back.
So obviously a well-coached football team. Their coach impressed me on the interview that he did with you before the game. And that looks to be what he's up to.
Velez is going to run the ball again, and he runs it off of right tackle this time, and he gets about 2 on the play. But, yeah, the clock is going to continue to run.
Yeah, basically, if we get a stop, we have a chance. If we let Geneva score here, it's over.
I mean,
that's pretty much the ball game at this point.
I believe that.
So this is the biggest series of the game here. If you're a Geneva fan at home or a Collinsville at home, watch closely, because I really believe this series is going to determine the end of this game.
Biggest series of the year.
Yeah, for sure. for both teams.
And the Geneva Vikings are playing that play clock down as far as they can get it.
Yeah, you can tell that's their strategy, right?
Yeah.
And they have a field goal kicker that can hit 45-yard field goals. So feel like they're in the driver's seat.
Shuffle the offensive line again, and the handoff will go to the man in motion, and the man in motion will get clocked after he picked up about 4 more yards, and that's going to be close to another first down. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 1 for Geneva.
Yeah, Geneva doing a good job of setting blockers up and getting their running backs out in space. And they're really stretching the Collinsville defense out, and they're taking our linemen out of the ball game. And we're having to rely on our inside and outside backers, cornerbacks, and safeties.
And they are substituting. There is a handoff, and it goes up the middle, and it's going to be another first down. This time it's by Reyes.
Yeah, they're just methodically dismantling the Collinsville defense. All of a sudden, it just seemed like there were 13 minutes on the clock. Now there's 9 minutes.
Yep.
And they're just going to wind this clock down, first down by first down, and before you know it, unless we get a big turnover or a big stop, Collinsville's not going to know what happened to them.
No, we have already blown through the first 3 minutes of this quarter, and Geneva still has the ball in their own territory, even though they're moving the ball upfield. And here's a snap, and Porter's going to go back to pass. He's being chased, and he gets hit right at the last moment. What a big hit there by Devin Habermal, and that was huge.
Wow, number 99, Devin Habermal, comes out of nowhere like Bruce Smith and just annihilates the Geneva quarterback. Again, outside of a big play, right? That's what Collinsville's got to have. We've got to maximize that, get the ball back, score. Let's go, Kahawks.
2nd down and long now for Geneva. That one put them all the way back to their own 24-yard line. Collinsville needs another play here. Fans are starting to come alive, pounding on these aluminum bleachers and trying to make some noise. Porter in shotgun once again, has Reyes over his left-hand shoulder. 2 wide receivers here on the near side, and Porter goes back to pass. He throws the ball back behind the line of scrimmage, and a nice grab of the shirt there by the guy who's been a little bit in the doghouse this year. Isaiah Gordon makes the tackle.
Sophomore Isaiah Gordon really holds strong, makes a great play. Probably the best play of his career, his varsity career this season. That is a huge tackle by sophomore Isaiah Gordon. Well done, young man.
7.5 minutes to go here in this 4th quarter. Collinsville needs a big stop here.
Play of the year.
3rd down and 17.
Play of the year right here, Todd.
Tyler Tusell goes all the way over on the far side as a receiver as they send 3 off the right-hand side. In shotgun is Porter. Porter back to pass. Looks for the far side. Throws for the far side. And he overthrows everybody. 4th down.
Collinsville should get the ball back. Just what the doctor ordered. We just said we needed a big play. There's a flag late. Holding on the offense.
Well,
we're going to decline that. That's fine.
That's good. That'll bring up 4th down.
Credit number 99, Devin Habermal, on this drive, Todd. That play was huge.
You needed one person to step up and make one big play, and you got it. Now you're going to get the ball back pretty close to midfield, and you've got to score on this possession.
I don't know that we've called Habermal's number all year.
No, he got placed on the roster, I think, about 4 weeks ago.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And here he comes up with, so far, to be the play of the game for the Kahawks.
All right. Back to kick once again is Frieders, and back at midfield is Darren Pinnell for Collinsville.
Let's run one back.
That sure would be nice. Here's a snap. It's high, and the kick is on the way. It's low and headed toward the sideline. No one's going to catch this one.
Oh.
And Collinsville will get the ball in Viking territory.
Let's go, Kahawks.
Well, if you can't get pumped up about this drive, I don't know if you deserve to win this game.
Right.
Here we go. Game is on the line. Collinsville gets the ball 1st and 10 from their opponent's 48-yard line. 7 minutes and 1 second left to play here in this 4th quarter. Collinsville has got to get the tying touchdown on this drive, or you might be able to have to kiss this game goodbye.
Yeah, this is it. I mean, game's on the line here. Let's see what Coach Coach Rhodes has dialed up for this Kahawk offense.
Gordon lines up on the far side along with Mosby. Pinnell and Swaggart over here. High snap. Colby Anderson keeps it. He runs it up the middle. Spins out of one tackle and gets taken down after a pickup of about 8 by Mason Powelko, and that's a nice run by the Collinsville quarterback.
Yeah, Collinsville's Kahok quarterback, Colby Anderson, runs the ball off tackle, good for a long 8 yards, so we'll have a short 2 on second down from Geneva's 40-yard line, so Collinsville already in enemy territory.
6.5 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. Second down and 2 to go for Collinsville. Here's the snap to Anderson. He's going to go back to pass. Now he steps up, got a face mask, I believe. No call. He throws the ball down. It does make it across the line of scrimmage, so no intentional grounding. I thought Colby got grabbed by the face mask, but the referee was standing right there, and he didn't throw his flag.
No, I thought so too. I think that's the second time we've seen that.
There is a flag on the play. There is a flag on the play back down where Colby Anderson threw that ball. They're not going to call intentional grounding because it went across the line of scrimmage.
They can't. If they do that, it'd be the worst call in the history of high school football. No way.
He tried to throw that ball.
No way.
He tried to throw that ball while he was in the clutches of a defensive back.
I might come out of this press box if they call that.
We'll find out here in just a second. Oh, come on. You have got to be kidding me. He was number 1 outside the tackle box. Number 2, the ball went across the line of scrimmage. You saw where it landed. It landed right by the first down marker. So you had to have thrown it across the line of scrimmage for it to land at the first down marker. That is a horrible call. We're going to go back to the original line of scrimmage. Loss of down. It's going to bring up 4th down, I believe. And then the second down play is going to bring up 3rd down.
Well, if all of you watching at home, especially anybody from the IHSA, your officials just made one of the worst calls that we've seen to date in high school football. That is horrendous. It's not, and it's not a judgment call. It's a rule call. It's not even close.
Second down and 2, so loss of down is going to bring up a 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, that's incredibly unfortunate. It's a terrible call.
And a completion to Swaggart. He's got to get out of a tackle or he's going to be short of the first down. He gets knocked into his own bench, and it's going to bring up a 4th down and about 3 to go here for a first down for Collinsville.
Okay, here we go. Collinsville's got 4th and 1, 2, 3. A solid 3 to go. So this is the play of the game for Collinsville, Todd. Okay.
Every play from here on out is.
I mean, we have to have this first down, or game over outside of a turnover.
5:45 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Collinsville down by a touchdown. 2 wide receivers on either side of the formation. Anderson in shotgun, takes a high snap, runs the ball forward, runs into some trouble, and he is not going to get it. Man, oh man.
So there's a lot of factors in a football game, but this referee crew just took the ball out of Collinsville's hand on an intentional grounding call that did not happen.
So Geneva gets the ball back, 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line. 5.5 minutes left to go, and Geneva is going to play chew up the clock time.
So Collinsville's got to get a turnover. We got to be swiping at the football. We got to be hacking at the ball, and we need a turnover.
There is
Let's go. Swipe the ball. Get the football. Take that ball. Good. It's a good effort. Good effort.
45-yard line is the running back Troy Velez. Gain of 5 on the play. Clock continues to move. 5:15 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Well, they're going to call it a gain of 4, so it'll bring up a 2nd down and 6.
Yep. Sunshine comes back out. Junior Colby Anderson walks off the field slowly.
Trevion Swaggart comes on to take his place as a defensive back. But I don't think you have to worry about much air ball going through here. This is going to be nothing but a steady diet of runs for the Vikings. For sure. Velez, once again, the lone setback. Porter in shotgun, takes the snap, and he'll go up the middle again and get stopped after a gain of about 1 yard on the play.
Yeah,
could have been a flag on the play. There was movement up front.
Great play by Collinsville's defensive line. Linebackers fill. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5 for
Clock
Geneva.
is not in our favor. 4.5
It is
to
not.
go.
However, you get a couple stops here, we're going to get the ball back, and that'd be just fine.
3rd down and 5 from the 45-yard line for Geneva. Collinsville needs a big stop here as Geneva milks this clock. 15 seconds on the play clock and 4:15 to go here in this third, so they don't have to snap the ball until there's 4 minutes left to go in this contest. Porter in shotgun once again. This time Velez over the other shoulder. Actually, that's Reyes, and they do throw it, and it's complete, and that's going to be a first down.
That's going to be ball game. That's what that's going to be, unfortunately, unless we start calling timeouts. We're going to have to call timeouts. They're going to move the chains. There's 4 minutes left.
Clock stops when the chains move. When the chains get put down, the clock starts up again. So, here is Porter in shotgun once again. 3, shuffle from one side to the other side. Porter takes the snap, hands the ball off to Reyes. Reyes goes up the right-hand side, and he gets taken down by Colby Anderson at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down and 5. Vikings can smell victory here. They have the ball with 3.5 to go, and the clock continues to run. Collinsville has not chosen to use one of their 3 timeouts as of yet. And it's a 2nd down and 5 here for the Vikings. Alex are going to have to start using these timeouts here real soon.
Yeah, I mean, that's our only chance at this point.
Porter in shotgun. Here's a snap. Handoff goes to Reyes. Reyes goes up the middle, and Reyes will be stopped short of a first down by about 2 yards. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 2. Third down and a very short 2. If you're Geneva, very long 2 if you're Collinsville.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Todd.
2:45 left to play. Clock continues to not be in the favor of the Collinsville Kahawks as Geneva breaks the huddle with 15 seconds left to go on the play clock. And Porter in shotgun once again. He'll send scramblers out from one side of the formation to another again. Here is the snap. He'll hand the ball off to Reyes, and Reyes will get swallowed up by Bagwell, and Bagwell will bring his guy down just about a yard short of the first down, so it's going to bring up 4th down. Collinsville stops the clock this time with 2:15 left to play here in this 4th quarter.
Oh, baby. Is right. Just as the sunshine pokes out. Oh, my. I mean, Collinsville just got to bring the house and try to disrupt Geneva on this play because first down, ball game.
Well, they moved the ball back a little farther than I thought, so it's going to be 4th and 2 instead of 4th and 1. That 1 yard will help a little bit, but Collinsville needs a big stop here on 4th down because you know Geneva's going to go for it unless they want to punt it and try to pin Collinsville down deep and make them go the length of the field with 2 timeouts and less than 2 minutes to go. We'll see how Geneva wants to play it. Collinsville called the timeout, so everybody's still over there on the sidelines, and we'll see once they break out what's going to happen here. Collinsville's already ready to go, and Geneva, they are still over in their huddle after that big timeout. Yeah, they're bringing Porter back out, so Geneva's going to go for it here, and Collinsville needs a big stop. Here we go, 4th down and 2. Ball on the 36-yard line. Under center is Porter. I think he's trying to draw the Kahawks offside. Instead, he's going to snap the ball, and he's going to hand the ball off, and that might be just enough for a first down, and that will be the ball game.
That's ball game. That's devastating.
Collinsville is going to be handed another loss in the playoffs here unless something dramatic happens here. A new set of downs for Geneva with 2 minutes left to play here in this 4th quarter. Collinsville can only stop the clock 2 more times. And Porter once again in huddle, taking his sweet time, letting precious time run off. Porter in shotgun again. And now we're going to have Geneva call a timeout because they were about ready to run out of time. Delay of game was on the shelf, and Geneva has used their first timeout. So each team now with 2 timeouts left, and there's only 1 minute and 37 seconds left on the clock. And the Collinsville Kahawks trying to win their first ever playoff game. Looks like they're going to fall a little short. Tell you what, though, I've had a blast this year covering this team, man. I have not had this much fun covering a football game from high school since I was calling games over in Carlisle and Mater Dei. Got to go to the state playoffs a couple of years in a row.
No, this team has certainly provided a ton of excitement, energy, positivity, hope for the Collinsville community, for the school, the players, coaches, and staff. You know, you hate to see it go down like this, especially after we were off to such a strong start. But, you know, that's why you play the game, right?
Hard to believe. At one point we had a 21-7 lead in this game.
Oh, man, unbelievable.
We have been stuck at those 21 points ever since.
Yeah, that's where experience, maturity really come into play, Todd. I mean, I was talking to some of our other coaches here at halftime. We said, man, you can just see our inexperience and immaturity.
There's a run up the left-hand side, and that's going to get Geneva down to the 26-yard line, and that's going to bring up a second down and about 3 to go. Collinsville will use another timeout, and that stops the clock with 1 minute and 32 seconds left. And then Collinsville got mouthy, and another flag comes in, and that is never a good recipe when you know that your season's just about over and you start mouthing off at the referees, and that's going to cost Collinsville another 15 yards because that's one of those unpersonal conduct penalties that's going to cost the Kahawks. Clock stop. There was already a timeout being called, but now with the flag, and it is going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct call against Collinsville, and that's going to send Geneva all the way down into the red zone. And the Vikings look like they will move on and pick up win number 6 on the year, and they will have to travel back up north where they will take on a St. Rita team that won last night. Rita will host because they have the higher seed. And we will turn our attention to Tuesday's Super Sectional Soccer game as your Collinsville Kahawks have made it one step away from the state playoffs, or state championships, excuse me. And again, I'll remind everybody that we are not allowed to go up to Bloomington and do that game. So our fall sports season will end here this afternoon, and the winter sports season starts, guess what, on Monday. That's right, I already have a hockey game on the schedule. Collinsville taking on Bethalto, 9 o'clock game from the East Alton Ice Arena. And we'll be bringing that to you Monday night as the fall season gets ready to come to a close for us here on the Kahok Sports Network. So Geneva, they'll come out with 92 seconds left. And Porter remains in shotgun. Man goes into motion, and that man gets the handoff and jumps over Colby Anderson, but he couldn't get through the second man in the procession, and that was Thomas Kohler, and the running back Stempowski goes down for a loss, and that's going to bring up a second down and about 13. Collinsville uses their final timeout, stops the clock with 1:25 left to go.
Yeah, Collinsville takes their final timeout of the game. I guess they have hopes of possibly a turnover at this point. I think that would be the only thing that could salvage a chance at this football game, as Geneva has the ball deep in Collinsville territory down on the what looks to be the 17-yard line of Collinsville. So Geneva up 28-21. Collinsville at one point was up 21-7. And Geneva, a well-coached football team, kept digging, kept persevering, and they have got themselves in a position to win this first round of the IHSA football playoffs.
There's a handoff and no doing there. Another loss on the play. It's going to bring up a third down and about 15 to go, but Collinsville cannot stop the clock anymore. They are out of timeouts, and we're down to 1:15 left to go in this game. I'm going to tell you, folks, man, I've been paying attention to this chat box all day that you all been chatting up, and some of you guys are just rude and crude.
Oh,
man,
I mean, play nice, right?
Yeah.
Why can't everybody play nice?
Gee, I hope you're better at hockey than you are at football.
Oh.
Really? Come on. You know,
That's okay.
we were pretty good at football this year. We made it to 8-1. We'll end the season at 8-2, and yes, we'll go home and not being able to carry on in the playoffs. But there's nothing wrong with our football team.
I think that some of my mentors always said, Todd, when people are talking bad about you, at least they're talking about you.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
Kudos to you all. We love and appreciate you all for tuning in.
Vikings call a timeout.
Call a timeout.
I don't know
why. Why would they do that?
I don't have any idea.
Oh, man.
Stops the clock with 39.8 seconds left, and it's a third down and 15 to go for a first down. So I don't think that Collinsville's got a chance to get the ball back here unless they find some way to force a turnover and run it all the way back down to tie this thing up. I don't know. All right, and I get some guy who's doing some Ethan Sims, you're an idiot, and you are going to get removed, and you're not going to be allowed to comment anymore on this game. Man.
Ethan, you gone.
Yeah.
You gone. Hey, congratulations to first-year coach Coach Rhodes, though, right, in this Kahok football squad. I mean, we're all disappointed right now, but let's pay attention to the goodness of what's happened. The kids are walking off the football field now. They're disappointed, but they have a lot to be proud of this year, Todd.
That
right?
they do, man. They went 8-1 during the regular season and brought a lot of excitement to Collinsville. So no matter what you haters are saying on my chat box, I don't really care. It's just that you don't need to be rude and crude about it. This is a high school football event, and you don't need to be breaking out all that nasty language either. Man, what is wrong with people?
Here comes Colby Anderson, Darren Pinnell, Ethan Bagwell's picking up his teammates, and these K-Hawks can really walk off the football field proud. Again, it's sad, it's frustrating, but they really brought Collinsville football back. They gave the community something to be proud of, to cheer for, to come out for every Friday night. And we're going to look back. Hey, the good news is most of these guys are back next year, Todd. Right?
I know. All right, let's go to our post-game show brought to you by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville. Happen to have the owner in the box right here. Take it away, Dr. McCluskey.
Hey, guys, I'm Dr. Chris here at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville. We're located on the Beltline. Our mission is to help as many people live as high a quality of life for as long as possible without the use of drugs and surgery. If you're looking for resolution to any health issues or just to live a higher quality of life or to let your athletes maximize and excel at their given trade, you can contact us at 618-343-3602 or www.drchrismccluskey.com. Again, Chiropractic Works here in Collinsville. Todd, thank you so much for having us. It's been a pleasure to call all the games with you. I appreciate all you do. I know the community does. And a season well done, and we're looking forward to a lot more Collinsville K-Hawk sports brought to you by www.khawksports.com. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. We'll see you at the first K-Hawk basketball game. All right.
Yes, sir, absolutely.
That is Dr. Chris McCluskey. My name is Todd Duke. It's post-game program time, and we're going to take a break. We'll come back in a moment.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach. Whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues, we have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
Drink it in. Powerful, vibrant, nutrient-rich fuel for healthy, active, experience-rich lives. So you can be your best self, live your best life, and rule the day.
At Chiropractic Works, our mission is to help as many people live as high quality of life for as long as possible without the use of drugs and surgery. We have state-of-the-art testing available to see if we think we might be able to help you with any health issues that you're dealing with. Whether it's neck pain, back pain, headache, sinus, allergies, numbness, tingling, shoulder, elbow, wrist, hip, knee, or ankle problems, we've helped many people solve these issues without the use of drugs and surgery. If you'd like to get to the root cause of your health problems, feel free to give us a call and schedule a consultation or a new patient exam to see if we think we might be able to help you.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works post-game show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Collinsville drops this one in the first round of the playoffs tonight by a score of 28-21 to the Geneva Vikings. And joining us now is Collinsville's offensive coordinator, Drew Cordes. And before we talk about this one, Coach, man, what a year. I've had fun covering this team. You guys have been a blast to watch. I know this is tough for everybody to handle and to swallow, but just remember all the good things that you did this year.
Yeah, there were a lot of good things. Coming from the history of this program, we took a lot of steps this year as a program. You do feel for the seniors. Luckily, there's only 7. All 7 are important. We love them all. But that just means we got a lot of young, developing kids who understand this feeling and have 10 months now to understand what this feeling is like, so that way next year they don't have to feel this way anymore.
All right, so talk to us, man. What happened? We were up 21-7 at one point, and then nothing else after that.
Yeah, blown coverage. Just a good play made by the running back early, right after we kicked them off. Sorry, I'm a little flustered right now.
That's okay.
Right after we kicked off, they had that outside play, then another blown coverage. They score, and then we knew they would try and drop back, and we could get a couple easy inside under routes. And we had 3 timeouts. We had about a minute left, and we just fumbled. I thought we had a chance. We could have been able to score. But when you fumble and they got a short field and they've got some momentum built up, and then we had another, I don't know if it was miscommunication or what, but then they ended up scoring right before half, and you can just see that our guys were deflated from that. That kind of carried over into the second half a little bit. But, I think they bounced back pretty well. We did have a couple drives that, I'm not going to say anything that went wrong, but when you get first downs and they get called back, it really kills you.
Yeah, it sure does. How was the energy before the game, man? Because during the game, it just didn't feel the same as it had all year long.
Yeah, the energy was great, like all week built up, and it's just, I don't know what happened. Like I said, we've only been down a couple times this year, and when we get down and they get the points like they had in the quick order that they got them, just kind of, it takes the wind out of your sails, and then you got to sit in the locker room for 15 minutes. You don't even get a chance to get it back. So they came out with the momentum, and we just couldn't get it back.
I have always seen early in football how you get the coin toss and you say, we want the ball. But lately it's been like, no, we'll let them have the ball first. We want it at the second half. That seems to work out very well when you do that. And give me your thoughts on that.
I like to get the ball, but as an offensive guy, I also don't mind and they did it perfectly. They're down 21-7. They're getting the ball in the second half. They let's go for it. Let's get some momentum. We score here. We get the ball back in the second half, and we can either tie or take the lead. Well, unfortunately for us, they got 2 scores in the last 2 minutes, and that's kind of what it is. If you have the ball last in the second quarter and you're a good team, you're going to score, and then you're going to get the ball in the third quarter and take all the momentum back.
All right, man. Hey, thanks for visiting us after every game this year. We appreciate it. I know this sucks, but I know you want to get down there and talk to your guys because they're all feeling a little heavy right now as well.
It's gonna be a long off season, but like I said, we're losing 7, so that just means all 67 others that were in the program have a lot of work to do, and we're gonna remember this feeling.
Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, Drew Cordes, you are offensive coordinator for your Collinsville Kahawks. One final break coming your way. We'll put the wraps on.
At Chiropractic Works, our mission is to help as many people live as high quality of life for as long as possible without the use of drugs and surgery. We have state-of-the-art testing available to see if we think we might be able to help you with any health issues that you're dealing with. Whether it's neck pain, back pain, headache, sinus, allergies, numbness, tingling, shoulder, elbow, wrist, hip, knee, or ankle problems, we've helped many people solve these issues without the use of drugs and surgery. If you'd like to get to the root cause of your health problems, feel free to give us a call and schedule a consultation or a new patient exam to see if we think we might be able to help you.
Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty. Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family. In times of financial uncertainty, how can you stay on track? Call on someone who's invested in your success. In Collinsville, that person is Jason Regg, your Collinsville Edward Jones financial advisor. Jason Regg will work to build a complete picture of your financial life, including your unique goals and passions. Jason Regg of your Collinsville Edward Jones office plays a big part in the community and the Collinsville Unit 10 School District with his Kahawk Educator of the Month award. To take care of the things along the path of you and your family's financial journey, call Jason Regg at the Collinsville Edward Jones office at 618-344-0252. Edward Jones, member SIPC. Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium on Main Street in Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz, and classic rock. It's always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl by the hundreds, plus new releases by new artists as well as reissues by classic artists. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's Record Emporium. There, you can test out all the latest in audio gear, from top-of-the-line speakers to the latest in new turntables, plus amps, streamers, and all of the accessories like needles, belts, and more. While you're there, check out the music-related wall art, as well as t-shirts, record cleaners, and so much more. Plus, if you can't find it at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Come check out Collinsville's only record store, Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in beautiful uptown Collinsville, 618-795-1333, online, richesrecordemporium.com.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
And once again, welcome back to Kahok Stadium. Final time for us here from Collinsville High School as the Kahok football team drops the first round playoff game 28-21 to Geneva. And Collinsville now 0-4 in playoff history, still looking for that first ever playoff win, and hopefully that'll come next year. As you heard Coach Cordes on the post-game show, most of our guys are coming back. The quarterback's coming back, the running back's coming back, a lot of the receivers are coming back, so we're looking forward to next year as well. So we turn our attention now to winter sports. That again begins Monday. Your Collinsville Kahok hockey team will take on the team from Bethalto, 9 o'clock from the East Alton Ice Rink. We'll try to be on the air as early as we can, but we have to wait for the other game to end before we can even go in and set up our stuff. And don't forget about the soccer game on Tuesday. I know that we're not going to be allowed to go do it because the NFHS network is going to take over that, and the IHSA gets the final say on the super sectionals, so we will not be able to carry that one for you. But we will, of course, be on the Facebook page to give you directions on how to exactly do that without it hopefully costing you an arm and a leg to do so. That is going to do it for me from here. A big thank you to Coach Thorgeson over on the other side for coming up here and visiting with us and giving us an interview during the pregame show, as well as Coach Rhodes, Drew Cordes on the postgame show, and Dr. Chris McCluskey on the other microphone. We appreciate everything that he does. My name is Todd Duke, and until Monday night, everybody enjoy the rest of your weekend.